About 15 years ago, a bunch of guys met playing World of Warcraft and continued to game together over the years. These men got married, had kids, but still managed to play games together. Today, they are still gamers, and they survive by squeezing in the little time they have when they can. A nostalgic shift to the past has brought forth a D&D campaign. If you're bored, and there's literally nothing else on, then maybe you can watch PEBCSAC.
By the way, a little hack. If you guys are going, like, getting fast food and you're getting a drink, but you're going straight home, just ask for no ice. And then just get ice when you get to the house.
There you go. There you go.
I just got a large tea from Chick-fil-A. No ice, and I was able to split it with the wife.
I'm telling you, the hack is the Chipotle scoop.
Yeah, I remember you talking about that.
Yeah. It's about asking for a double scoop, but not until he's done the first scoop, he or she, because then he's already shown the size of his hand, so you know he's got to match it. Like, you don't half scoop me anymore.
That's great.
And with that, this is the second session of the PEBCSAC Crew.
I love it.
The problem exists between character sheet and chair. The cry of Zombone.
All right.
All right. So you motherfuckers killed some small oozes.
Blobs.
Yeah. Did we get some XP from that? Am I like level 80 now?
You do. I'll keep track of the XP stuff. So.
Oh, you will you?
Yeah.
It's like, don't worry about that. I'll be your accountant.
Yeah, because I'm like, wow. Like, there are no combat things. I don't want you guys to be like, we killed this dude. There's 18 guys around.
Full health.
So let's go ahead and, yeah.
Didn't we get our health back from sleeping?
But I got
So here's how sleep works. You guys have hit die.
Mm-hmm.
I sure
right?
do. Mm-hmm.
You have one. So Borg has 1d8. If you do a short rest, you can use a hit die or as many as you have, and heal for that amount in the short rest.
But not over your max.
But not over your max. And then a long rest, you heal completely. And I guess the rules are that you get some of your hit die back. I think it's dumb, so we're probably just gonna do you get your hit die back, but because there's like some, weird,
where do you
like,
see what you roll?
You rest.
Is that just on your main?
Yeah. So
your hit die is based on your class. So
yeah.
I don't know what your
Okay. All right. So that's not something I'm going to see in my character.
It is.
sheet then.
That's in the character sheet on the left, Dan.
Yep. Right
Yeah.
under
Underneath,
hit points.
underneath your hit points on the left. Underneath initiative.
Well, I did a 1d10. Was that the right
yeah,
one?
that's right. That's right for you.
Could be.
I have a
Assuming
1d8.
That's right for your class.
Yeah, for your class. I mean, it's the only thing about your class that makes sense according to your.
Sounds high
actual
for a ranger,
scores.
though.
Sean, do we add the +1 for that? It's like 1d8 +1, or is it just when you're rolling hit points, you just do the 1d8?
What I saw was you just did a 1d8.
Okay.
So
It's not like 2 hit; it's just to recover.
right. So who is actually missing hit points?
Oh, I was,
Me?
but
Me.
I rolled enough
I'm
to
down
heal
to
it all
2.
back up.
Okay, so Dan, you roll a 1d8, with 1d10.
All right.
Hopefully, you did not get a 1.
No, I got a 4.
Okay. All right, so you're at 6 hit points.
Woo.
Okay. I don't think Ryan. Well, Ryan hurt himself.
He did. He stabbed himself in the face. with his poop and his
Alright.
scoop.
Hey,
Wait a minute. Oh, here's my notebook.
What is this?
All right.
Death save.
Okay. So you guys are.
Oh, I have a question, Sean.
Sure. Yeah.
I currently have 7 hit points, but I have 5 temporary hit points. Because the party rested, is it assumed that I lose those temporary hit points?
I would assume so.
They are only temporary.
Yeah.
I didn't know
does
if I
it
could
have
I meditate instead of rest or something.
No.
No.
I think it's a time.
All right. Well,
I know it's not a time thing, but it's fine. I'm zeroing them out, and I rolled 6.
I'm pretty
so
sure
gonna
they
go
only
back to
carry
10.
to your next rest, so it basically gives you a larger pool during combat,
Right.
so you can heal up past your maximum health. But once
Right.
you rest, you're gonna lose those.
I'm back at 10.
Yeah.
temporary hits.
Okay.
I rolled a 7.
All right. So you should be fully healed too. So Dan, so Bronny is down to 6, but everyone else is at full. So
I don't know what's going on, but it's not letting me add that hit points to my guy. It just says death saves now in the little app. So I don't know what the hell's going on.
Use the character sheet that Borg sent out.
All right. I was still using
Or
that.
maybe just a piece of paper
just
today.
a piece of paper for today.
Until
All right.
you
And then
get
I'll get it in
Paper.
there.
What is this?
I'm gonna use sticky note. Sign in. Oh, sign in.
sign in for stickies.
Log into your paper.
Right.
Hang on. I'll be right back.
So I don't know if it's because I was like just getting really drunk on Wednesday, but like we killed everything. Where'd the loot go, and then where did we go afterwards?
We looted the room. I don't think we
Mhm.
decided who picked up what.
Okay.
Right.
There was
You
we got
guys.
some bottles of mysterious liquid that we need to investigate.
Yeah. Someone probably wants to do a Arcana check, which is an intelligence check on that.
I got +0 for that.
Anyone have a plus?
Highest
I have +1 to intelligence.
Okay.
better,
But what do I
better
need to
than
roll?
me.
Arcana +1.
Duggar seems some shit in the woods. He could take a crack at it.
All right. Why don't Doger and Hopi take a D20?
Okay.
Swipe. Yeah. How about 21?
Ooh. Doger.
Alright. 8.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Doger has no idea, but he's trying to kind of hide it. So he's like, "Oh, yeah, it's
think I've
dark
seen this
liquid."
before.
And Hopi realizes that these are very clearly potions of cure light wounds.
All right.
So there you go.
That's what Dogger gonna say too. Light wound potion. Yeah.
Sure.
Can we
yeah.
can we distribute them at this time?
Yeah, sure.
I'd like to recommend that everyone except me take one.
Ooh.
Okay.
Self-sacrificing
And
warlock.
you just
I plan on being in the back.
Go, my meat shields.
Yes.
keep track of your own inventories and stuff, if you please.
So, how many did we get? Each got one?
There's 3. There's 3 of them.
Oh, there's 3 of them. Okay, I will put.
And that was the only loot recovered.
That was the only. There was. I think there was maybe a dagger that was in just like a horrible condition. There was nothing.
Sorry about that. Had to drop a
nothing
Bronny
else.
Darko.
And
Dan,
well, go ahead.
add a potion of cure light wounds to your inventory.
and just to be clear, the nutritional facts on the side says it heals how much when we drink it?
Good point.
No, good lord.
Any red dye in it?
I can help you Google it.
Yeah. It's yellow. It's like
Cure
yellow
light
5.
what? Hit points?
Cure light wounds.
Oh, oh.
2d4 plus 2.
Ooh.
All right, there we go. All right, and go ahead and everyone do a d20 for me.
All right then.
4.
Oh, 17 bitches.
16.
20.
Okay.
Nice.
So Micah also notices that along the back wall there is some fresh dirt
Doge.
that. Oh, sorry, fuck. God, I'm really gonna try to do that. Doger realizes that on the back wall there's a place against the stone there where the dirt seems a little disturbed, and so goes over and looks, and
That was great, man. Oh boy, what's so quick?
all right, and also here. Trying to do math early in the morning. You find 140 gold pieces
Yes.
in a little
Yeah.
pouch, kind of tucked in
Nice.
the back there.
Let's check the pouch for traps.
I would like to.
Okay.
Right. There's C4 in the pouch.
I would like to recommend that since everything's going to kind of end up in Ryan's inventory anyway, that Ryan be our gold minder.
Okay.
Gold minder.
Just a rule of D&D: if you fill your Roger cube with a bunch of gems and toss on the ground, those gems are gone forever. Just want to make sure we're crystal clear on that shit.
It's great.
Okay.
You know he's gonna drop the gold if he finds a good item on the ground. He's
That's
like,
right.
I'm gonna be over encumbered. Screw the gold. Sorry, guys.
Everyone else is going to be like, pinching pennies, and he's like, I mean, you guys are millionaires, right?
Yeah,
Man, he gets his gorilla sinew and he's out.
Hey, that's me.
That's poor.
Good old Beatrine Acom.
All right. So you guys are in the room. That seems to be a pretty thorough look there. So,
All right.
Good.
Are we being funneled into a look around? Which way? How many ways do we have?
you just have the way back out.
Got it.
This is
Okay.
the end of the dungeon. It's a dungeon complete
It's-
in big letters
right.
over our heads.
Exactly.
Got it.
Boss killed.
No
the
Skyrim
middle
door,
one's name was Francis, and it says Francis defeated in big letters.
That's great, John.
We
He had a
picked
little
up
baseball bat.
the
You guys think we
oozes
should head
and
back to the...
It gave us a
Sorry.
quest to go back to Ogremar.
Right.
Got it.
We gotta turn it in.
Wait. So did we sleep in this nasty cave?
Yeah, you slept in this
Okay.
nasty
I would roll for us to go take a shower, but together.
Sure. The minute we find a shower in this cave, we will do that.
And if
So-
you fail to save, syphilis.
So we only went down one way, which was
Yeah.
the down way. We didn't go back up and then around.
Right.
Oh, that's right. There was 3 ways to go in, right?
Yep.
Let's,
Yeah, exactly.
I think we
Oh, good memory.
follow our footstep back to the next.
Okay. So you
Yeah.
walk up the cave. As you remember, it kind of goes up a little bit. So you trudge upwards. You get to that middle room. You have a path on your left and a path on your right. The path on your left seems to be fairly level. The path on the right goes down again.
I think we go-
I'd like for us to end up going both ways. So let's.
Whoa.
let's
Hey.
hey,
That's what I
you know how
expect for a
Gaylord rolls.
Gaylord. Phineas, hop and pepper.
You want to head back down, like a different down?
Yeah,
Explore
sounds
the other
good.
paths.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So you start heading to the path on your right. It is a little more of a gentle slope, right? You go around some bends and stuff, and there's a decent amount of tracks here, and you see after about 200 feet, it opens up a little bit into another what seems to be another like room or whatever.
Check for traps.
Yes, thank you.
All right.
Yeah, I was about to kill me last
Okay.
time.
All right,
Hey,
who's
nobody's full. We're checking for
who's
traps.
checking?
I can check. Is it a D20?
Uh huh.
I think Duggar should check. He's got most hit
Yeah,
points.
I think Duggar needs to do this one.
Man, thanks, guys.
I mean, okay, all right, that's fine.
Do I get any modifiers?
But Dan, you're a ranger.
Yeah, it's a it is.
You have 6 hit points.
Perception.
Oh, you're saying that I might be able to.
Yeah, wisdom is the modifier here.
Oh, see, I'm -1 on wisdom.
Well,
I have +1, but that's
I
not
got-
the highest, is it?
I got 23.
Okay,
Fuck
all right.
yeah.
So you look around and you see that there is a very small little wire that goes across, but some other dumbasses have already come through, and so there's kind of like some rocks scattered and stuff.
Wait, so we already came through this way? No.
You already came through this way, exactly. While you were sleeping.
So is the wire tripped?
Yeah, the wire's been tripped. It's
Wire's
broken in
tripped.
the middle. And so you guys are going to get it.
Any corpses around as a result of that trip?
No. It looks like this trap. I mean, these traps are not doing a ton. So,
I mean, we
and
survived
you
the
know,
other
in
time.
terms of like the adventure chain of what do they call that? Like prey and predator and stuff. Like you guys are nearing the bottom, right?
Yeah.
It's not going to take a whole lot for someone to be a little hardier than you guys. So,
Okay.
Can I collect the wire? Put it in my backpack.
sure. I'll let you collect the wire.
My
Yeah.
backpack.
We're going to be
So
over encumbered before we even leave this cave. I'll take some of these rocks, scoop up.
That's
my
the only way
hamster
we're gonna get loot, dog. Is the stuff he drops on the ground.
all right. So you grab the wire. You've got. I'll give you 2 4-foot sections, right? Because it's pretty small, right? Because it was just
Yeah.
going across. But you do have some wire. If you wanted to, choke someone out with some piano wire. Or
Hey,
something
there you
like
go.
that, you can do that.
John Wick.
Sean, what's the lighting level, and do we hear any ambient noises?
You've got a torch, and yeah, when Doger was looking for the trap or whatever, he looked around. He did notice that there were some footprints down here. The lighting level is you have your torch. It's kind of dark in the cave that you're in, the path that you're on. But it looks like there's some flickering light going on in this room that you're not quite to yet. And you hear what might be little voices going on. So
Can we understand the language, or is it just muffled?
it's too muffled at this point.
I think we head towards that.
Yeah, let's venture forth.
All
All
right.
right. So how are you doing that?
Ooh, traps.
One step at a time.
Either feet or skateboards. What do you guys choose?
Sean, do you mean like order?
I'm more looking
Doger
for
first.
order. Yeah, like who's gonna come walking in and being like, "Hey, we're here," or what's the game plan?
I think I should retreat into my shell, and they should kick me in there, like Mario Party or Kart It.
Okay. Hopi, is that what you really want to do? I got a feeling that Ryan really wants to do that.
I mean, what do y'all think? Like, y'all can just push me in. I'm just gonna be this empty shell.
I think it's the closest thing to a tank we got.
It's true. He's
Okay.
right now.
All right.
Do it, man. I love it.
Yeah.
So who is doing the kicking?
Doger.
I'll kick him.
Or Dan. Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. All right. So Bronny
Sorry, Brian.
is going to do a kick for me. Let's do. That's going to be an athletic check. So give me a D20 plus your strength modifier.
Ho ho. Strength modifier is +2.
Ooh. right.
I'm sorry. What was the D? What?
D20.
20. Oh, 20.
Oh,
God, you get wrecked.
You fucking
Natural 20.
Buckle up. Yeah, it was natural 20.
plus 2, 22. Yes.
Damn. Trig
So-
shatters
Fucking-
against the wall.
Cristiano Ronaldo my ass out of here.
All right. So imagine Ronaldo is actually a good image for this. Imagine a corner kick by Ronaldo that you kick along the side, right? You ever seen that where the ball just like curves out
Yes.
and back in,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, like the
So-
demo song.
So Bronny,
like-
so Bronny gives old
Hope.
Hopi
Hope and lope.
a pretty solid kick. There's a little bit of English on it, right? And you see Hopi, who doesn't know what's going on. I mean, knows he's being kicked, but does not know like what this is looking like, right? It's not like sticking an eye out or anything. Slides or flies through the air, kind of bends a little bit to the right, and you hear a like.
Do we hit somebody?
You did hit somebody.
And he's just bouncing around the room like the green
All right,
shell.
I'm gonna give you-
I guess you could say he bent it like brownie. It's a bit of
So where'd
stretch.
you-
I'll admit it's a bit of stretch.
I award you no points for that. but-
-2 inspiration.
So is there a waiting period before we can wait to see what they do before we do something? I'm not saying that for the group. I'm just saying that for myself. I don't want to get it out until something happens.
Yeah, I mean, sure.
Basically,
You can,
Ryan's like, how long can I turtle in my shell?
Oh,
Is there a campaign? Can I just stay in the whole campaign?
if I'm holding my breath, 60 minutes.
We install like
yeah,
2
hold
axles
on.
and wheels.
Hope he's still
so-
in the shell. Oh wait, Luke
Hope
came
he-
out. Oh, he's out of his shell.
hope you give me a D20.
All right. It is. Ooh, that's not good.
That's always a
That's
good.
It's a 7.
Okay.
Don't fear the dice.
Don't feel.
They give and they take away.
They giveth and they taketh.
Okay.
I don't know if it's just my luck, but this online roller seems to be very generous with the 20s
It
and
is.
the 1s. They're just rolls
Yeah.
the extremes.
Yeah. That's it.
Okay. All right. So we just rolled for initiative of everyone in the room, and there is some movement before you are going to do anything. So you're in your shell, right? And the rest of you dumbasses are still a little ways out of the room, so you can't exactly see what's going on. It bends a little bit to the right. And you, Hopi, feel a little bit of like a nudge with your, like someone's kind of nudging you with your. their foot.
Is it a friendly nudge like a is he alive, or is it like a
It's more of like a what the fuck is that?
Okay, got it.
Just
Um,
took George's head off.
I'd like to wait till you guys get to me, but what do y'all want to do?
I agree.
Well, it made a noise when it got hit. That
Like, it sounded like humanish.
yeah, it did.
It's humanoid
maybe
for
it's
sure.
Maybe it's another party.
Could be because he
It might
already
be-
said that the trap was already triggered. So
Wait, I
it's
can
in
talk
there.
when I'm in my shell, right?
I mean, you can. It's going to be like.
Comes through like a drive-through speaker. Yeah.
Cheeseburger, fries. All right. Well, then,
All right. So what do? You can do nothing if you would like.
I think my guy
maybe-
should do nothing, and y'all should catch up.
All right.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. So he's
I agree.
so hope he's doing nothing. Go ahead and give me D20s for you three.
Is this for initiative or just
Yeah.
20s?
I
Okay.
got 12.
So remember to add your initiative bonus.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Initiative.
It would not have changed Hopi's initiative, but
Mine's a -1. I don't want to
Alright.
be a dick.
all right. So what'd you get?
11 when you include the modifier.
I also have 11.
Okay.
13.
13 stakes over here.
All right.
You see John is cranking away on the adding machine, like
That might be strange.
It's that abacus.
yeah, pulls out an abacus. He's got his TI-86, his graphic
Okay.
over there.
All right.
Drug wars.
Okay, so you guys move into the room. It opens up to the right a little bit. It's not a very large room, about the same size as the other room. There does seem to be a doorway on the other end, but there are 3 humanoid figures in here that are rather small, and they're pretty clearly something of the goblin variety.
Oh.
And goblins are not terribly smart, so you think they probably tripped their own trap, because one of them looks like it has been just freaking annihilated, and is hanging on by a thread. And another one looks like it's got like some kind of small cuts along its feet and stuff. So
Do goblins speak common?
goblins do speak common.
Ooh.
Are we already engaged and we can't talk now?
You can talk.
You can even perform for them, because I know what you're thinking.
Okay.
Hello, my darling.
Are you guys interested in talking to these folks? Or you just want to fuck them up?
Well,
I
we
think
gotta
talk to 'em.
keep in mind that Trig's in there, but they don't. I guess they're not
Okay.
paying that much attention though.
You could distract him with some
Or
chit chat.
Opie.
Can okay, so I'd like to address what seems to be the largest of the goblins.
Okay, they're around the
Yeah.
same size, but that's fine.
Okay.
There's one. Let's address the one that's not like hurt,
Okay, yeah.
because other one, like one's like, and then the other one is just kind of like bruising along the legs and kind of rubbing his leg a little bit.
Yeah.
And then there's one who's like, yeah. Right. Okay.
Yeah.
And then there's another one that seems to be doing all right.
Okay.
Talk to that one.
Greetings, fellow goblins. We seem to have flung a field in our game of shell ball. Did we injure any of you in the process?
Yeah. I mean, quite a bit, you motherfuckers.
And did your compatriot back there happen to spring that there trap?
No, of course not. It's our trap, and we wouldn't spring our own trap. That would be crazy. We just want a little protection, make sure everything's all right. We had a trap.
You guys
But it
want to ask some
wasn't-
questions? I gotta handle Zoe real quick.
Zoa.
I'm mute at the moment. They don't know I'm alive.
Mhm.
Well, we need to take a look to see if they got anything on them that's worth killing them for.
Are they packing? Are
A
they
value of
Yeah.
life check.
Oh yeah, yeah. I mean these. They've like the one that Hoffenpfeffer was talking to has a sword of some sort pulled, and the one on that's been clocked pretty good also has a sword. The other one has a little bow.
I think we tell them just to give us their shit and leave. Like
Okay.
it's a shakedown.
All right, so that would be an intimidation check.
Doger good at intimidation.
Okay, so charisma. Whoever has a good charisma bonus.
I've got +2.
Yeah.
I got +2 to intimidation.
I have +5 to intimidation.
Fuck
Ooh,
yes.
Okay.
Damn.
Yes.
So Doger,
Like give us your shit.
yeah, I want you to go ahead and do a D20 plus your charisma modifier.
Okay.
What'd you roll?
11.
Okay, that's with your modifier.
That's with
Sorry about that.
modifiers.
Okay.
Damn.
God, that was a 6.
So Doger comes in and goes, "Give us your shit," and
So that's
and
what I
the
missed.
Yeah. Trig wants to frisk him.
And
I
then
want to shake down.
the first goblin was like, "Yeah, fuck you, man. I'm not giving you my shit." And looks ready to attack. In fact,
What we should have done is offered to help him.
Yeah, that's
Good
kind
night,
of what I was
Dale.
going before I got
Right.
yanked.
Let's help you guys. And then when they're in a compromising position, wham! Right in the keister.
I'm telling you,
Okay.
this dice roller
So-
is feast or famine. I need to get a real D20.
So this, yeah, it'd probably be a good idea. So this goblin says, "Yeah, man, fuck you," and comes over and leaps at Dogger with his sword.
Always get jammed.
So now those initiative rolls carry over?
Ooh, yeah. So here's what happens here.
Oh no! Bye bye, Dogger.
This goblin straight up like springs into air, does like a ninja double flip with a kick, whatever, and lands with a sword. Just like on Dogger, and oh shit. Dogger, how many hit points do you have?
11.
Okay, and hits you for 10 hit points
Excellent.
because that
do I
was a
get
natural
some
20.
kind of saving throw.
Not on
AC?
not on a crit. I mean, the AC,
wow.
he rolled a natural 20. He's gonna hit you
Yeah.
unless you've got something that's like, I don't take the damage. Then
Guys, they don't want to give their shit up.
So we
All
got
right.
the guy who just hit him, and we have two more guys, and then one more really injured guy.
No, there's just
no,
Yeah,
there's
little
three.
goblins.
So
Okay.
you've got that guy was in pretty good shape. You've got the guy who's a little bit injured, and then you got the guy who's a ton injured.
Okay.
That dude, the dude that just attacked Dogger is kind of in the front. Behind him, about 10 feet, is the one that's kind of almost on the ground. And then another couple feet behind him, but to the right, about 4 feet, is the one that's a little bruised.
Where's the turtle at this point in relation to
The
goblin?
turtle is now
Shouldn't he be behind the
lying in front of the one that's seriously injured, maybe 2 feet away.
Rick, I think you should attack him and take
Yeah.
the away from
I'd like
him.
to see if I
Okay,
can.
well, hold on. So it's not your turn yet.
Good.
Table talk.
So
Table talk.
The one near good God, keeping this up. The one near Hopi that's really injured is gonna try to he is gonna get up and start moving forward with his sword in hand. It's not a big sword, but and he can.
Can I have a question? Ask a question, Sean?
Yeah, sure.
Does he have to do any special actions because he was prone?
Yeah, you know what? You're right. So he gets up and moves forward, and he's standing just next to that first goblin. But that's the end of his round. Very good. Thank you for that. Okay. The goblin that's still in the back of the room launches a ranged attack against. Against the turtle on the ground in the half shell. So he shoots. He just kind of like freaks out a little bit, pulls on his bow, and launches an arrow that really nails the crap out of your shell. But it is a turtle half shell, and with your turtle power, it does.
Nice,
All
Sean.
right, so
Took the hit.
it is now Hoffenpfeffer.
Okay,
dude,
so
I
just
play
a point on my name. I was thinking about it a little bit. If you don't want to call me Gaylord, you can call me Hassan Feffa. There's an S in there, Hassan Feffa.
Hassan.
Or
Okay.
my name is Gaylord Quinn Phineas Hassan Feffa. You can call me GQ.
Oh, okay, I like that. All right.
GQ
We'll do
Hassan Feffa.
GQ. I will call you Gaylord every now and then,
Okay.
but it feels a bit on the nose.
But nothing for your
Okay.
character.
Right.
Just
Gay,
Okay.
right?
Yeah, just
So-
shorten that.
All right.
All right.
So Hassan Pfeffer. I'll bounce around with a couple of these. Hassan
Okay.
Pfeffer, you are
My turn.
you are acting.
up to bat.
Can I ask a question on what happened in the last round? So was Ryan's AC just so great that he was unable to overcome the shell?
I mean, an arrow's just not going to get through a shell.
Oh, right. It's an arrow. Right. Okay. Okay, great. I would like to cast...
Or at least these arrows. Yeah.
Okay. I'd like to cast Hex on the medium health target. You said there's like the one that was knocked silly, the one that has no damage, and then like a middle one.
Okay, so the one that just shot the arrow?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So you
Is she
cast
also the
Hex.
furthest away?
Yes.
Okay, perfect.
Okay, so you cast
Yeah, I'm going to roll for
Hex
that.
on Hun.
It's an 18.
Okay.
And then as my bonus act...
He kind of gives that like that kind of shiver, like
Ooh, must it? And Eldritch Blast on that same target. Eee, it is a 12.
E.
That hit.
E.
You tickle this tank.
Yeah, that still hits.
Okay,
Still hits.
so now for the Eldritch Blast, it's 1d10.
Okay.
It's a 1. And because it hits, it procs the Hex damage, which is an additional 1d6.
Okay.
Which is only 2. So
3 damage.
3 damage.
All right.
And now, as a part of hitting a Hex target, I choose to basically nerf one of their stats. They have disadvantage on ability checks for one stat. So I have a question for the group. Sean, if I can ask this,
Yeah, that's fine.
you guys have any abilities that require that would help if a certain stat were lowered, like if their dex were lowered, their strength were lowered, anything like that?
Isn't Dex usually used to dodge attacks? So if you lower their Dex, they'd be easier to hit, right?
It's just when they'll have disadvantage on their ability checks. So I don't
Sure.
know what kind of abilities goblins have. So I'll just say, well,
Yeah.
so you guys don't have any active abilities that, let's say, like target makes a Constitution check or anything like that. Okay, we're not.
think so.
Okay. All right.
Okay, so we'll call it Dex.
Just lower.
Okay, great. All right, so this guy's not looking real awesome. Like he woke up and had his whole life in front of him this morning, and now he's like, doctor just told him he's got like serious cancer in his bone. Yeah, that's bad news, right? Okay.
You cast ball cancer on him?
Yeah.
That's pretty
So
serious business.
so GQ, a little bit of light from the hands, a little mumbling, a bolt of kind of fiery light shoots out, and hits the goblin in the arm, but still seems to do pretty well. Okay,
Pretty
it
low
is it is Doger's turn.
Great. All right. Sean, you keeping an eye on Hangouts?
Yep.
Okay.
Mhm.
All right. Cool. All right. Then, as Doger is reeling from that last attack and hanging on by a thread, is gonna go all in and Eldritch Blast.
Okay.
The guy in front of him that it just hit him.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Do you have the hex thing as well, or no?
No, I only have Eldritch
Okay.
Blast.
All right. So roll a d20.
All right, sir.
And is this the guy who's like all up on him?
All right. 24.
Damn.
Okay.
Yes. Fuck yes.
So
America.
here's what happens.
Well, he didn't. It's not damage yet, right? That was hit.
That's hit.
But
Yeah.
crit hit. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Let's go ahead and roll here.
1d10.
Where's my D10? Here we go. Okay. Yeah. So here's what happens here. This is Doger the ogre, and Doger does the same thing. Kind of make a little mumble under his thing. He, under his breath, he's got a little bit of light from his hands, and instead of a small light, fiery light kind of shooting out, it is like this glowing red ball that shoots out and kind of makes a boom sound and just absolutely annihilates this guy. He splits into 1,000 pieces.
Damn.
Shards of bone go shooting across the room. The dude who has just run up behind him just gets it full on in the face. And like you look over after the carnage, and he's got like a femur just sticking through his
He just got 2 people.
sticking
What just
through his
happened?
thing. So you've got the other dude in the corner who's like, oh shit, right? It is Bronny's turn. And that last goblin looks like he is about to truck it out the back of the room.
Am I close
Tackle?
enough to attack with the sword?
You can move to attack. You can chase him down and attack. Because he hasn't started moving yet. And you still have your movement.
Because I have a bow. I could attack him
I mean,
with my bow.
You'd probably be perfectly fine getting there. I mean, it's up to you, but
Well, those swords are much better.
yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I want to attack him with my swords.
All right. Give me a d20.
That's always a good sign.
It's a 4.
Okay.
Do you have any plus hit modifiers? I don't know if it matters, but
You're attacking the darkness.
or is it like -1? I think
It's -1, I think.
so. That's a
For
3.
what? Initiative?
No,
No.
for what
On
is that,
hit.
Dex?
My dex is -1.
Yeah, his dex is fine.
Okay. So Bronny, American Ninja style, does like a somersault into the room, like comes up badass with his scimitars, goes to hit, and they just kind of clang together like he was going to scissor. They just kind of hit together 3 feet in the air above the goblin's head. And that goblin...
Couldn't that have been like an intimidation, like stop?
I'm just threatening you.
Okay, yeah. So that goblin looks still is looking real longingly towards the door, and it is.
Hope he's dead.
That dude's dead. It is Hopi's turn. Hopi Lope.
I'd like to tackle this goblin. I don't know if that's.
Hold on 1 second.
No, I'm playing a fucking game right now. I said, don't come in here.
No, heck no.
Don't you
I
ever,
don't know.
ever.
What are you gonna
Come
do?
by here.
Oh wait, you got pizza?
Oh,
Yeah, okay, I'll take that.
Yeah.
I mean, you could use butter, or you could use oil, like on a you pour the oil in to the bottom of the pan, and
Or
use a
Crisco.
paper towel and kind of rub it around.
KY.
I've got some.
You know,
I've
anything
got
that
some
lubricates really.
some lard in the refrigerator.
Sure.
Trying to realize
Okay.
that.
All right.
Welcome back.
I would like to tackle that goblin if possible.
Okay.
You know, bite him.
I have
So
athletics.
you've got to pop up out of your
Yeah.
out of your shell. So
Yeah.
you're technically prone.
Yeah.
You can prone and move, but you can't tackle on this round.
Okay. Then I would like to stand up and
Uh-huh.
and can I get towards the door, like kind of blocking him, like kind of like
Sure.
Yeah, I want to get in front of
you
him.
could get between him and the door.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna do that.
Okay.
Good move.
All right. So that brings us to his turn. Yeah, he is. He's done with this shit. He has no idea what's going on, and and he's gonna run towards the door. So he is going to make an athletics check.
Ooh, is this a hex target?
This is the hex target.
Oh, Dex
Oh.
disadvantage.
Okay.
I think
so-
is that disadvantage?
Yeah, athletic.
Yeah,
athletics
strength.
is strength. Acrobatics.
Oh,
is
it's strength. It's strength.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's strength. So he's gonna try to like roll kind of under Hopi there, and so he's running towards the door. He actually he's gonna do like a slide into home plate underneath you, and then pop up and run right. But he just slides and stops right in front of you.
Yeah.
Like you have swords drawn, like they could not be any more close to his face.
Yeah.
Okay, so that is his turn, and it is Hassenpfeffer's turn.
Okay, so this is still my hex target. So I'm just going to cast Eldritch
Do you want to
Blast.
kill it though? Do you want to kill him though?
So I don't know if you guys think this is lame, but
Opposed to.
I didn't think
interrogate
we
him?
were on like some kind of main quest line yet, so I didn't. Okay, we can interrogate him.
I would say we have some wire. Say fucking bind his hands, treat him like a slave, push him in front, and let him be our guide through this
Ooh, I
fucking
like it.
cave.
Or
and
I
take
like
out
trap
the traps.
tripper.
That's the thing.
Yeah.
I love it.
That's what I wanna
Thank
do.
you so much for recommending that. So
Trig with the
I would,
wire, man. Nice.
Sean, would I be able to close the distance and attempt to do non-lethal blunt damage with my quarterstaff to just maybe subdue him?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. So I'll close the distance and roll for hit. Sorry, I'm used to looking at my spell, not my melee.
My melee.
Sorry, guys. It's an 18 rolled, and I'm
Okay.
looking for the plus.
All right, so just go ahead and give me the. That's enough. Go ahead and give me the damage.
Okay.
The quarterstaff.
Two-handed is 1d8. It's a 3.
Okay. Sweet. So he is completely incapacitated, but is not. Doesn't seem to be dead. He's still breathing, but he is unconscious.
Okay.
Excellent.
So we're. Yeah, go ahead.
I was gonna say, so you have a bonus move now, or was that your bonus?
I mean, we're done with initiative.
Okay.
There's no one else.
Combat's
Because-
ended.
Yeah, combat's ended.
Can I pull one of my trip lines out and bind his hands behind him or in front of him? What do you think, guys? I think behind, so he can't do any
Behind.
goblin tricky shit.
Okay. Go ahead and give me a dex roll.
Yes. I
So
roll.
D20.
Yeah, so 12, and I get a +4.
Okay. All right. So yeah, you bind him pretty well. The knots are it's wire, but they're like fairly decent. It does not seem like he's going anywhere. All right.
So
You
you
just
guys
bind his
thinking-
hands behind his back. Is that what you said?
Yeah, behind his back.
Ryan, were you thinking meat shield or information?
It could be both. I mean, we can info him, but also meat shield him through the rest of this dungeon.
Okay, because I'm pretty high intimidation. I could try to
Yeah.
just get some stuff out of him real quick.
Yeah, Doger's got +5 as well, but
Okay.
do it.
We know how that worked out last time.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, you motherfucker.
He's gonna pull out a switchblade from his teeth and stab me in the
Okay.
eye and kill me.
Yeah, I do think we should pat him down so he doesn't have any like secret bombs or anything like that.
Ooh, yeah.
Okay.
It is a goblin.
He is a goblin.
So you pat him down. Yeah. Who's gonna pat him down?
I think Ryan.
What is pat down dex? Yeah, I can do that. I got 6+6 sleight of
Yeah,
hand.
sure.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I would
that's
say
probably
sleight of hand.
sleight of hand is what I've been kind of going off of here. Yeah, so go ahead.
Yeah, so roll 13 + 6.
Okay, so you pat him down, and you find his scimitar, right? Which is a 1d6 plus 2 slashing damage, and plus 4 to hit.
Ronnie, is that better than yours?
My sword is +4, 1d6 +2.
Okay, so yeah, this is just another one of those.
Okay.
And you find a short bow with a bunch of arrows. It's a 1d6 plus 2 piercing damage.
That's better than the bow I have now.
Is it? Okay.
Upgrades. Hunter
All
weapon.
right. And you also find
A map?
on his ass. You find a map that shows you where all the bells are throughout all of. No.
But it's
You
literally on his
find
ass, right? Just a
two-
tattoo.
You got tattooed on his ass. You
Yeah.
find 2 gold pieces in his pocket, and that is about it.
Yes,
All right,
we
I'll
got his milk money.
Sean, while he's coming to, can we loot the rest of the room, or was that?
Yeah, sure, right. Okay. So let's go ahead and loot the rest of the room. You find another. Let's see, another 2 scimitars, and another 1 short bow, and another 5 gold pieces on them.
Who's
You look
picking up-
around.
Sorry.
Looking around the room as well.
Yeah, but can we distribute? Who's holding all this shit? I'm holding the gold. Who's holding all the scimitars and bows? Or are
I'll
we
take
even
the
taking them?
bow. What
Yeah,
was
give
the
one to
stat
Dan
again?
because it says an upgrade.
So it was +2.
Yeah, 1d6 plus 2.
Uh-huh.
What is the like encumbering situation?
So there's a lot of like nitty gritty stuff in
Yeah.
D&D, like with encumbrance rules, and like you have to have arrows and all this stuff. That seems really boring to me. And so what I'm doing is just like you walk into a room and there are 5 pieces of plate, full plate, and you're like, I put them in my pocket. I can be like, yeah, you're like not moving a whole lot, but
yeah.
until we reach that point, I'm not really worried about it.
You guys want me to be the equipment bitch?
Yeah,
Yeah, since you're
I think
hanging in
we
the
should have-
back.
We should have a pack mule so we can sell the shit when we get back if somebody wants to buy it.
All right, I got everything except the bow we gave to Dan.
GQ
Okay.
So
fact
3
mule.
scimitars, 1 short bow, and you got the 7 gold piece.
Yeah, I got 7, so I'm up to 147 gold.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, is there now that like the
Now the
fury
room's-
of battle is over? What do we see?
Sure. So you look over against the wall to the right. Okay. I guess I had spent too much time not moving my mouse. Everything went black. So you look over around the room. There's not a whole lot in here. There's a barrel on the left-hand side with like a couple like with like a lamp on it. And there is a wooden table with a few chairs on the right-hand side. On that, there's like a plate and a couple plates and a couple mugs. And then there is a sack in the corner that you rifle through, and you find another 2 potions. They look about the same as the other ones.
Okay.
I mean, Yogurt needs to take a pot, right? You're
Well,
at
we can
1.
short rest.
Oh,
Can we
short
rest? Because I was
mean,
going to
you
chug
can.
a pot as my next option, unless we're going to do a little.
I mean,
little
you
bit of reading.
can do a rest. Sure, if that's what you want to do.
Can we set like? Do we have to set a watch, or is that?
I could stay up. I don't have any hit point.
I could
issue.
also.
Okay, so
set a watch.
uh,
Is the prisoner secure? I don't want him running off while we're.
prisoner secure and is still unconscious.
Okay.
And in case you can hear that, yeah, my wife is putting bamboo shoots under my baby's fingernails. There's a little ritual we do in the morning,
Yeah, Saturday morning tradition.
You got to keep it fun, right?
You gotta keep it fun. Oh, jeez.
So can if we can do that rest now?
Okay. Go
I know
ahead,
we're
do that.
new, Sean. Are we risking an ambush here?
I mean, sure.
Okay.
You are in a cave, right? But
The
if you have a
question is-
watch, it's you know.
Like the goblins that were in the room, did it seem like that was their place, or they just ventured there? Basically, are we in someone else's like home?
Well, before we take a rest, let me ask the goblin some questions.
He's
Yeah, I mean,
unconscious though.
he's unconscious at the moment, so
Why don't
you
we-
have to try to rouse him.
Why don't we
Okay.
short rest while he's unconscious, and I'll just stay up?
Yeah.
Are you gonna try to arouse him, Trig?
Yeah, I'll rouse.
Just
I'll,
wake
Here,
up.
I'll
here,
rouse
here was
both.
my thinking, guys. If we could get a short rest off without burning a pot, great. If not, then I mean we're gonna have to burn a pot on Micah.
All right, now here's the
Joker.
thing: did Doger heal at all from the last short rest? And
Yeah.
how many hit die do you have?
I only have 1 hit die, but last time we short rested, I healed to full. I
Right,
basically
but
lost
you
all my
don't.
hit points in that last combat.
You
so-
don't get to the hit die. You don't recharge your hit die until you long rest.
Oh. Well, then
Yeah.
I need to drink a pot. So.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Let me do that.
How many do we have? I think we have like 4 or 5 now.
You should have 5 now.
Everybody has 1, and then Borg has 3.
All right.
Okay.
I
All
think.
right. So I drank.
No.
I don't have 3. We have 2 that we have yet to distribute.
Yeah, you have 2 that you have yet to distribute.
I'll just give 2 to
They-
to Doger.
Sweet.
Do you guys agree?
I've been taking it to the face the whole time, so.
Yeah. Okay. So what are you at?
All right. So now I have 7 hit points.
Total.
That was the 2d4 plus 1.
That's 2d4 plus 2. I thought Sean said.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, that
2d4 plus 2.
Yeah. And I rolled like shit,
Okay.
so 7 hit points.
Okay.
So
All right, 7. Okay.
Just drinking 2 pots or just 1?
that was just
One.
1 pot.
You guys cool if I talk to the goblin now?
Do it.
Nope.
All right, so I approach the goblin, and I attempt to shake him from his unconscious state a little bit. Pull out my flask of water, sprinkle some on his face. Does he come to?
Go ahead and give me. Yeah, all right, that's fine. Yeah, he kind of comes to very, very bleary eyed, and doesn't really seem to be totally with it, but is conscious.
Okay. What's your name, Sugar?
He pisses himself.
Come now. There's no need for all that.
Yeah, he's crying.
Uh,
He's crying pretty hard.
Damn, Borg,
Uh-huh.
stop being so mean to him. You just killed his 2 friends.
Would you like some water? I have some water.
Well, I mean, he's got his hands tied behind his back, and so he
So I lift it to his mouth.
kind of
and-
nods a little bit. You got to.
Okay.
Yeah, but
Kinda
just
like
make sure the flask doesn't touch his lips, because that's just gross. Just kind of like
That
pour
is
it
gross,
above him
yeah.
with his mouth open.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
So he chokes to death and dies. Now he coughs a little bit and
Okay.
kind of nods.
Yeah. But we believe this is all a big misunderstanding. Our game of shell ball went far afield, and our friend Dogo, you'll have to forgive him. He has just a checkered past of the tribe slaying and whatnot. If you'll be so kind, what is this place?
All right. So I'm going to need you to do a charisma check for me.
I just rolled 20, right?
Yep, D20.
Is this persuasion?
Yes. Or it's deception.
Is this
Or-
deception?
You're lying to him.
It's a nat 20.
Blammo.
Okay.
So 26 total.
All right. So he is totally buying the fact that this was just a game of what would you call it?
Shell ball.
Shell ball. That's kind of wry.
Hmm.
He's still not real happy, right? That he's in this predicament.
They left first. Sorry.
Okay. So, and what'd you ask again?
What is this place?
It kind of goes. They call it a mine.
Yes. Saving that one.
And why do you tell are y'all down here?
Goblins gotta live somewhere.
Oh, so this is your home.
It was. Until you motherfuckers came along and stirred shit up.
Now we're just an old band of friends having fun playing show ball. None of this was intentional, I do promise you.
You guys got a lot of swords and spells for people playing sports, but I guess
we are
okay.
adventurers prepared for calamity whenever it may come. Now, would you be so kind? We have been down one other tunnel here. There is another tunnel we have not been down. Would you be so kind as to let us know what is down that way and how might we navigate that without problems?
We don't go down there. It's real bad. There's a lot of spiders, and so we stay away from that shit. That shit's no good. Although this shit was worse. So.
Well, today we're going to go on a little field trip. And we'd love you to tag along.
That's okay. I'm good. I'll just stay here.
No.
All right. At that moment,
No.
I reach for my puffy shirt blouse
Yes.
that I have on, and
Like the Seinfeld episode with the puppy
Yep.
shirt.
yeah, puffy shirt that I got on, and I undo a few buttons on the chest, and I
This
rip,
seems so good.
rip open to reveal the W scar, which begins to glow red,
Holy
Nice.
fucking shit.
and I say, "Motherfucker, you're coming with us whether you like it or not."
Yeah, and at this point, he just straight up shits himself. Like, I mean, there's just like diarrhea pouring out of his pants.
Okay.
Ryan, do you want to pick up that diarrhea and put it in your pack?
Absolutely.
Scoop it up. All right, so he's on the
This
ground
later.
crying and shitting himself.
A turd left is a turd lost.
All right.
You want me to roll an intimidation check on that, or
No, that's fine.
okay?
That's
okay.
sufficient.
So,
I say
I-
he's first and foremost right
Yeah.
in front of us. It's like one of these like pushing, he's
Yeah.
stopping, but you keep pushing him forward.
right.
All right.
Oh,
Situations.
hold on 1 second. Doger need private time. I just slip away kind of behind you guys and start furiously polishing my wand.
Okay. Is polishing your wand a euphemism?
Doger just need to polish wand really quick.
What?
All right, give me a d20 on dexterity.
All right.
You rolled a 1. That's a stranger.
13.
Okay. Your wand looks shiny. It's been rubbed. So there we go.
Was it a spit shine?
Doger feel much better now.
That was an odd moment.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. We soldier on, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
All right. So great. So let's nickname this guy. What do you guys want to call him?
Reek. He
Lucky.
shit himself.
Reek.
Some Reek.
All right, Reek. It is. All right, Reek. It's time to play follow the leader, and you're the leader. So lead on, my little friend, to the third cave. Do you guys agree? That's where we're going next.
Yeah, tell him lead us to the spiders.
Yes. Lead us to your eight-legged friend, if you would.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's okay though.
It's a shirtless baby.
That big girl. It's all right.
Hi.
There it
She
is.
is so cute.
There it is. You okay, baby? Oh. So this happened.
Reek,
All right,
you made
so
no
this
mention of
happened.
sirens.
right there. So this is your little goblin that's crying, and you put a little diaper on him so that to kind of collect the poop, right?
Let's make sense.
And you're pushing him down through the doorway on the other side. Is that right?
Yeah.
That's right.
Okay. All right. So you go down It's pitches down again. This one's a little sharper and kind of curves to the left. You're going about 150 feet before you see something. You got a sense that maybe you're like underneath that middle room that you were in.
Okay.
And there you see it kind of levels out, and you see a door or kind of opening ahead. Oh, baby. Okay.
Are we gonna check for traps, or is Reek our trap checker?
I still think it's. What the fuck just happened? Oh, something just fell off. Go ahead. Sorry. What's that?
It was Douglas,
Peter's falling apart.
dirty sock.
Yeah.
Right there.
Fucking A.
Little goblin, it's okay. It's okay. Daddy loves his little goblin. He does.
I was gonna say there's gonna be like an elevation change. I know we're going under, but there's not like a drop off or anything like that.
No, not a drop or anything. It's just a pretty steep walk.
I still think we check for traps. I don't want him to die on a trap. I want him to absorb something.
Okay, so are you gonna go in front of him?
No.
To do that?
He's gonna die.
All right, so you're kind of pushing him along. Is that right?
Yeah.
It'd be nice to have him for the spiders, though, wouldn't it?
Yeah. Right. He should get cocooned first.
Yeah. So if we can check for traps, I don't know. We may end up engaging the spiders. What do you guys think?
I think we
Go
ask him because the
So-
goblin might have better trap checking skills, although they
So
did
it-
put their own.
When you guys were talking about,
Oh, yeah.
so all right,
Well, he didn't say anything. Go down there.
he wasn't talking about down this hallway with the spiders.
Oh,
I thought you guys were talking about the 3 hallways
that's right.
in general in the beginning. So you
That's
have
what
not.
I was
Asked,
talking about. Oh,
yeah, that's where the
Oh.
spiders are. So you have not asked him what's down this hallway.
Not crying now.
Got it. Let's ask him right now. What is down this hallway?
My friends.
Oh, your friends. Okay.
Oh.
Goblins.
Okay, so is this like we're traveling further down that second hallway? Is that what it is?
Yeah, you're traveling
Oh,
further
I thought
down
we had
this
reached
next
the
hallway.
end. Okay,
No,
so the
no,
third
no,
one's
no.
the spiders. Okay. All right. How do you guys want to try to use this guy to disarm his friends?
Absolutely. Like knife to throat, put your shit down or he dies situation.
All right, so you're gonna walk
No.
towards the. Oh,
Shouldn't wait. Shouldn't we ask him how many people are in there before we go in
Yes,
There you
good
go.
call. Yeah.
How
Good
many
job.
friends?
there? Because I mean, there could be a lot in there.
How many friends? Reek.
I mean, there's a few.
Huh.
You?
We need to do this.
We're gonna get trapped again.
I need D20s from everybody.
Oh boy, here we go.
Oh shit! Ooh,
Because we stopped, we didn't check for traps.
I gotta see it.
Ooh, 19. Woo.
Oh my gosh.
Okay,
Fucking 5.
Ryan, you're not sure that he's telling the truth.
Oh,
Yeah.
A few.
okay.
Yeah. It's probably an army. I don't know. What do y'all think? I don't think we can handle an army.
Can they see us yet? We're
Nope.
just going. Okay. We should. Borg should intimidate the crap out of them again.
Yeah, I'm gonna say, now you look at here, Reek. We spared your life once, but that game can surely end right now. How many goblins are in this room?
There's. I got 6 friends, and Leroy.
A boss.
6 friends and Leroy down here.
Who's Leroy?
Leroy takes care of us.
Oh shit.
Uh-oh.
Leroy.
All right, so guys, we have a huge advantage that we have this guy, Reek. How can we lure them out to give us the greatest advantage here?
We need to hide and have him call for help. Hey
Yeah.
guys, I need you.
And let
Oh,
me,
get a surprise round on him or something.
yeah,
Okay.
and
right.
I could set up my hunter's trap at the doorway.
Oh,
Absolutely.
Get the
yes.
first guy through.
More ideas. This is great.
I'd like
More
to
ideas,
go ahead.
more ideas.
I'd like to, so I'd have stealth even though I'm a turtle. I know it sounds weird. I like to be in stealth mode before this fight happens.
All right, so you kind of slink down to the side of the wall, and your shell actually looks pretty decently like the rocks around you.
Perfect.
Okay.
So Dan, who's going to be actually Or are we just gonna leave him out in the middle like priest bait, and he's gonna be yelling for his buddies with his hands behind his back? Is this what's happening?
Yeah, so they just hear him and they come
Yeah,
to
right.
help him, and they walk into a trap.
Deal.
Is there any way we can trap him? Like,
Is there,
Yeah,
is
like
there
a
any
bomb.
rocks around?
Yeah.
I
mean,
think we
there's
should.
some loose rocks
this is,
here and there.
This is so messed up. I think we should break his leg, and then put
So
the
he
rock
can't
right
run.
near him, and then make him yell for his friends that he broke his leg, and the
There you
rock
go.
would be the evidence.
Deal.
Okay.
would that sound draw them too early though? How close are we to the door?
We can't hear anything.
How close are you to the door? You're about 30 feet from the door.
Ooh, okay, so this is upon us. Do you guys want to set that trap and
Yeah.
get
Yeah.
started?
I think we could break the leg though. I think it's a good idea because
Okay.
why would he be yelling for help without him?
Okay, so what are you using to break his leg?
I think just a simple put the short
Just
staff
under it?
under the knee and just do the bendy bend.
All right, how much damage does your short staff do?
Well,
That's
can we make sure that's the last thing we do though? Because he's gonna cry out, and I
Yeah.
think this shit's about to go
Let
down.
me set up
Oh, good point.
let me set
Sorry.
up a trap first.
Yeah. Yeah, trap first, absolutely.
So the trap has a 20-foot chain on it, and it can be anchored. So I'm going to anchor it to the wall with one of my pythons and just nail that thing in there so it doesn't go anywhere.
Okay.
And then go ahead and set it kind of at the doorway so the first person coming through.
All right, so you're slinking through to like near the doorway. Go ahead and do a d20 and give me your call it dexterity check.
Okay. 9. And they call it a 9.
Okay, so as you get near the door, you hear voices coming from this room. You can kind of see, and it's a pretty big room. It looks pretty big, and you can see kind of shadowy, flickering light, but you can't see a whole lot in there. You successfully drive it in, but you also hear some like the voices kind of quiet for a second
They're
and
hearing
then start
us.
back up.
Okay.
Okay.
Do I have time to position myself, Sean?
Sure.
Can I don't know how large this room is, but I'd like to be within 90 feet of the door.
90 feet of the door?
Yeah. As
you're
far
gonna
back
have-
as I can be.
Okay. You can be about 50 feet back
Okay, that's where I'd like to be.
before it's going to curve too much that you can't really see the
I mean, the idea is we're all hanging back. All right. So I'm going to
Right.
set up my trap and running back
Did-
to where you guys are.
Do the rogues want to be like behind them as they come out?
Yeah, it feels like, well, yeah, I think so.
I think we should all be behind where Reek is.
Okay, I'm good
Use
with that.
him as partial meat shield.
And then do we? I know there's a trap right in front of the door now, but do we want to force like a verbal confrontation first, where we say,
So
Like-
that trap is about I mean I guess I should have asked this. Where do you want the trap to be?
So I've got the chain anchored where we're standing, and the chain's 20 feet long. So the trap's 20 feet away from where we are standing, but as close to the door.
Okay, so it's 10 feet away from the door.
do you
And
guys
then
want to
we'll pull the
basically have a
person that gets trapped?
conversation before we fight? Is what I'm asking.
Got it. What'd you say, D?
Are we going to just pull the person that's trapped to us and kill him or her? Because the thing is, if we're trying to surprise attack them and we put a trap right at the entrance of the door, they're going to know that we're here.
They're gonna know
Yeah.
when they start coming through the hallway.
I think they know where something's going on right now. We may have lost the element of surprise. I'm not sure.
Mm,
So we're obviously going to seem like aggressors. Oh wait, we could fake it. We could say, "We found your friend." I mean, Reek's going to give us away. But we could say, "We found your friend. He broke his leg."
And hog-tied him.
Well, I mean, we could untie. We could actually untie him for this.
No, we found him like this. He was just hog
We found your
leg
friend.
broken, crazy.
We were in search of. That gives away our initiative. Do you guys just want to do this?
right. I think we do this.
Okay, so you're going to break his leg?
He's gonna cry out when we break his leg, and that's gonna be the call. So it needs to be people are hiding. One person breaks the leg and then immediately hides if possible.
Okay. And what are you using to break the leg?
Daddy,
Like
What?
board staff.
footprints everywhere.
Oh, great.
Who-
Everywhere. I'll be right back.
That's an AoE attack right there.
All right, coffee break.
Yeah, coffee
Yeah,
break.
okay.
Do you guys think I'm over planning this?
No, because I was just talking as well. I was thinking, like, is there a way to force execute him as soon as they walk in? Is there a way? Can we hang him? Like, I don't want him to live at all during this because it could be the situation where like 8 guys walk in, he runs towards them.
I mean,
we
hanging
lose
kind of
them.
eliminates the ruse of it being an accident. I mean, how do you accidentally
It
get
does.
hung?
It does, because then people would draw their swords and they see that. These were just. So where are we at right now? We have a trap on the ground.
So you got a trap on the ground that's 10
door.
feet away from the opening. You can see it's some sort of larger cavern with flickering lights in there. You can hear voices. You think that there are 6 people in Leroy.
Mhm.
And then you guys were wanting to kind of step back to about 50 feet.
Yeah.
But you have not placed your goblin compatriot yet.
Yeah, where is should he just be standing on the trap so if he makes a false move he dies?
I mean, Rick technically still thinks that this was an accident.
Does he?
Yeah, even though we're forced marching him through here, he hasn't hit a trap for us.
Yeah.
We've just asked him to lead the way. I know it's a stretch, right? But like he's just been
you
pissing
just
himself.
straight up went Superman on him and said, "Listen here, motherfucker, you're gonna lead us here." Like that's not an accident.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah,
he's
that's true.
he's not thinking that like we're gonna get in here and play shell ball.
Right.
Exactly. But I mean, you can try to bluff your way through it.
That would be interesting.
Do we
but I
want
don't know.
information from Leroy?
Do you want information from Leroy?
I mean, that's what I'm asking the group. Like,
Oh,
do we
okay.
want? Because as soon as swords are out, unless we try to go, the
I mean-
unconscious route again.
You could always try to bluff again and say that we're looking to play a game of shell ball. We've got 5. They've got, 6 plus Leroy. So they could bench 2, right? And be like, hey, you guys want to play a game of shell ball? Like, you call your friends? You can be on our team and try to even it up. That'd be 6 versus 6, and Leroy can ref,
So
we want to
lost
try to
the
find
element of
out. I
surprise.
like that idea a lot.
We haven't yet, Dan. We're discussing if we take it a different angle, a more political versus a.
So, if
Yeah,
you
but
succeed
that
at
we-
bluffing,
our-
you don't have to worry about...
Our advantage, though, because they have strength in numbers, our advantage is surprise. So
Right.
we give away our advantage if we go try to talk to them. Plus,
Well,
they're goblins and dumb.
Either
so
way,
they're-
we want the goblin to call for them to come to us. Whether he's screaming in pain because he break his leg, or he's saying, "Hey guys, you want to play a game of shell ball?" Right? We're gonna come out to see what's going on.
I mean, I could be the one who kind of engages them with all of you guys hiding, right? So I could give away my position and say we found Reek with a broken leg or something, and then if it goes south, maybe you guys could still have an element of surprise.
So yeah, that way you can initiate the chance for,
Yeah.
peace. But if not, then
I mean-
we're here for the fight.
How wide is this tunnel that we're standing in? I mean, are they gonna have to kind of like funnel in?
Yeah, exact. Good call.
We're going to like 300 them.
Yeah.
I did want a Sparta kick him off. That's why I was asking about the elevation earlier.
Elevation.
Well, you know what we could do? How big is the entrance to the room?
How large is the opening?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because like, can they funnel in, or is it just going to be
Yeah,
like the
I mean,
soldier?
so
march?
it opens up a decent a bit towards the end, but I guess where it starts to open, it is about 8 feet wide and
Decent.
like 13 feet tall. And then it kind of cones. It seems to kind of cone out from there.
What? Ask him what god he believes in.
Okay.
Oh God.
Persuasively.
Persuasive.
You guys still want me to be the guy
GQ. Yeah,
talking
you have
to
the
him?
highest charisma.
Okay. Reek, at times like these, sometimes we think about what is to come after we leave this mortal coil. Which god do you serve?
Please say Leroy. Please.
No. We follow Mal the Magnificent.
Perfect.
Oh, okay.
Do we know anything about Mal the Magnificent?
You could do a
God of
religion
death.
check.
Religion check.
Religion check is intelligence. I have 0.
I have 1.
Hold.
Hang on. Let's see here.
All right, I'll do a religion check.
And my intelligence is +1.
All right.
Okay.
Let me roll for it.
Oh, religion's +1. Yeah. So.
I'll roll for it. Holy shit. Okay. Yeah, 28.
Holy fuck. Okay.
Yeah.
So
Doger just
Ogre,
baptized him.
in his
That's right. And you got a circumcision out of it. Says, 2 for 1. A little 2 for 1.
So Doger says, the legends have it that Mal was the god of death and destruction in the old times, and just kind of rambles
For
kind of very
45
eloquently
minutes.
for 45 minutes.
Throws in something about the Lich King.
Yeah,
Yes,
you guys
right.
want to know about the Lich King? Hold on.
Right. So goes into detail about Death's parents, right? Who is also known. His mom's also known as Thagap. But basically, Doger, you know that the god of death and destruction, the god of the orcs, and any kind of orc-like things. A lot of times, goblins are going to be in that mix, kind of the underlings of the orcs. Lawful evil, so they are, pretty hell-bent on the idea that you have obligations to
I'll be right
do
back. I'm gonna
things
change the
that
diaper.
that way we consider to be quite
Come on, let's go.
evil. So you also have the intuition that if someone follows Mal and a group of adventurers come in and be like, "Hey, we're here to play shell ball," they would feel a moral obligation to kill you.
Thank
Perfect.
you for that.
That's
Um,
great. That's great.
But Doger knows quite a bit and also goes into detail about you know a lot about the the kind of pantheon and stuff like that. Like 28, you've gone into some detail, and the rest of you guys are like super impressed that Doger knows this shit.
Oh man. You should know your book learning, Doga. I address Reek.
Have book.
I address Reek. Reek, you mentioned Leroy. Is he a fellow goblin or a human type?
He's a big man.
I think he's a fucking
A
ogre.
big human man?
He doesn't look like you guys, any of you guys.
No.
He looks a lot like me. He's just really big.
Okay. All right, so just maybe like a boss goblin or something.
Yeah.
Okay. I think this is going to end in bloodshed, so I say we just
Is there no religion play, which is we just killed all these people because we were sent by mail. Put your
Mal.
shit down,
Mal.
Mal. Put your shit down, or it's gonna follow suit, and then
Ooh.
immediately like sword to back and neck of Reek, and then
I like it. I mean-
tell them about what we did to your friends, something like that. I don't know.
I'd love to try it, even if it goes sideways.
You're like,
Okay.
in the name of Mao, and then slit his throat.
Right, exactly. Like we're coming to reap.
Are you wanting to like force them to disarm themselves?
Yeah. Yeah, I guess they wouldn't, then they would defend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
Because
you
if we
get
can win this thing without anybody losing more HP, that'd be awesome.
get them to kill themselves. Say Mao
Yeah.
demands sacrifice. Reek is the first. You must all follow this example, and then get them all to kill themselves in
Yeah.
the name of Mao.
That's an interesting.
And Reek, upon hearing this, Reek says, "They're here to kill us."
Thank you.
Damn
I
it.
appreciate you doing that, Sean.
It's a little usher.
I love the creativity. Don't get me wrong, but I also appreciate when Sean's like, "Look, let's move this thing going."
Well, and also, you guys are having this conversation like, how do we get them all to kill themselves? Like, you can't, if you are having these conversations, it's got to be near him, and so you're talking about breaking his leg, which would have killed him, right? Because
Good.
he takes damage, and getting him to holler out certain things, like chances are he's not going to do that. He had figured out his days remembered. So Dan, what you missed is you guys were talking about all this stuff, and Reek finally calls out, "They're here to kill us!"
Oh, great.
Yeah. We should have gagged him.
There goes our surprise. Now, did
So
you
Doug-
get your
Doug
trap
is-
set?
Duggar's trap
Yeah,
is still
yeah,
there.
my
I'm
trap
still
is set.
stealth,
Okay, good.
and y'all are 50 feet back.
All
Okay.
right. With
Okay.
Reek, who is standing there, kind of looking pretty
D-
sheepishly after this.
D, can you go ahead and fire an arrow preemptively in that direction before they
And-
even
In the
in the doorway?
yeah, sure.
And the hopes that like it's gonna meet at the time, the
Yeah,
same time.
they're gonna be like, "Who? Boom!"
Okay.
I
All
like
right. So you hear kind of sounds of like feet on sand or kind of rocky stuff at the bottom. You see torches, kind of torchlight being moved forward.
Oh boy.
You hear kind of armor, you hear leather kind of rubbing against itself, and you hear something that sounds like a chink 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 chink, moving towards the door. So you're gonna fire an arrow, Dan?
Sean, before we roll for initiative,
Uh-huh.
I'd like to cast Hex on Reek.
Okay. All right.
Okay,
So
so I got to roll for that.
Gonna break his decks again? It's gonna be just a cripple.
19.
yeah, that'll do it.
Okay.
So Reek gives a whole full body shiver and then goes, "Motherfucker!"
And I'll curse his Dex.
All right.
All right. Thank you.
So D, you're gonna, Bronny, you're gonna
Bronny.
fire a arrow at the door.
Yeah.
Why don't you roll a d20 for me?
13.
Yeah. So you fire an arrow and it just kind of hits the kind of sandy bottom there, and you hear kind of them kind of stop.
So it's like an intimidation shot.
And then you hear some muttering in a language that's what are you? I need everyone's languages. What are your languages again?
Yes.
Just go ahead and tell me those.
Common Orcish.
Okay.
Common and extra language. Whatever that
Common
is.
and extra language.
You
That's
choose
what you're
one.
supposed to
Yeah,
select one.
you choose a language.
Quick, choose
That
Goblin.
is so funny.
You're like,
Quick,
I want you to
choose
think long term here. I
Yeah,
just told you that the goblins are like kind of low level guys. So
Common
Yeah.
and choose one from language table on page 47. That's the other language I speak.
okay, so yeah, I'm gonna say that.
I speak Abyssal, Elvish, and Common.
Okay, Ryan or sorry, Dopey.
Common,
Oh, Dopey.
Aquan. I'm pretty sure that's a turtle language. And then
Oh.
thieves can't.
Shit, yeah,
Okay.
I was actually supposed to pick 2 other languages as well. I've got it here in my notes. Sorry.
Goblin. Goblin.
No, I'm not gonna do that because that's
Oh.
Because they also speak Elvish.
It's good to make permanent decisions based on very particular situations. That's probably the best thing. I speak Goblin so well that it takes up 4 language slots.
I mean, soon, eventually, we'll be able to cast spells to help us understand languages.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay. Yeah. So I speak Common, Orcish, Elvish, and Celestial.
We don't need Elvish.
Doesn't matter. Those are the languages I have. Doesn't matter if they overlap, because that's what I was supposed to put in this sheet. I didn't copy it over from the other one.
Yeah, when you guys were learning these languages, you were not sitting around like,
What do you
Gaga,
know?
what languages do
Oh,
you
okay,
know?
my bad.
All right. So
What languages do you-
Oh, you got that covered? I'll learn a different one.
Yeah.
so
Sorry.
Doger, you actually understand little bits and pieces, and so you hear a word that sounds very close to like side and wait. But that's really kind of all you can make out. You hear those words a couple times.
Wait, WEIGH or AIT?
WAIT.
I was gonna say side weight. Who are they talking about?
So maybe like a side door, they're telling us to wait or something. I mean, like, wow, they might be coming around another entrance.
Yeah, they're coming from the other side. Wait.
Uh-oh.
Are they pinching us? Is this going to be a two front?
Uh-oh.
I think we might have tucked tail here,
Oh,
fellas.
All right.
Because Reek said there's 8 plus Leroy, right?
That's 6
Seven.
plus Leroy. Yeah.
That's
7 plus Leroy.
Oh, I thought it was 6 plus Leroy. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
1 plus 2 plus 2 plus 1.
He said
Okay.
he had 7 friends and Leroy.
7 friends with Leroy, so there's 8 of them.
So our investigation.
I think we tell Reek, tell us what they said right now, or you're dead right now. Like this is knife to throat. Tell us what
Okay.
they say, die, and then if not,
And so Reek says in a fairly carrying voice,
kill him.
Leroy told them that that 2 of my friends should wait on either side with their bows, and the rest of them are going to come to the door and try to see what the fuck's going on.
Okay.
You guys hear that?
You guys see that?
Nice.
That's good.
Good job, Ryan.
That's good stuff.
Kill him.
Okay. I mean, I still want them to come to us, you know?
But I
We
think
should
we're
use Reek as a meat shield.
stalemating here.
Still can.
Yeah. What we do is we do. Do we not just approach the door as well? We try to meet him there.
Are
Or
we
you
in the
think we're
tunnel?
good
Is that the problem?
You're 50 feet back from the door in the tunnel.
This is.
They've
Wait
got
for him to come
bows.
out.
I wanna get closer.
I mean, we start walking
Yeah.
out there, they're gonna take pot shots at us, like
Yeah, they got
like
2
what
bows.
Ronnie tried to do.
How do I
Right.
know they have 2 bows?
I thought you said there was a person with a bow on either side of the door.
I
No,
said 2
that's-
people.
That's
Reek
what
said
Reek yelled out. That
2
doesn't mean
people
it's
on
true.
either side.
Got it. Right.
So you're probably thinking there's going to be 4 dudes with bows.
Mm.
We got to close the gap then. 50 feet is not going to be good. Unless y'all just going to spell him down. I mean, my guy's stealthed, so maybe I can stealth closer to the door.
I don't want you to get. Well, you do have that shell ability.
Yeah, I can just turtle.
Is there any space on either side of the entrance to where I could lay flat? Not lay flat, but like my back against the wall, where if they come out, I can get it behind them.
It'll be a stealth check, which is a dexterity, and
Dexter.
you are
Yeah,
not
it's like,
real great on that front.
So I have to, even if I could do that. You're saying in order for them not to detect me, my
Right.
stealth
Yeah.
needs to be.
Yeah.
I mean,
Hopi Lope could probably get up there and hang out by the door.
yeah, but depending on how many there are, you probably need 2 of us.
Well, you're going to be running up there with jangling car keys and tin cans, so I don't know if you're going to really.
Dang
stand up
Chavez.
there.
So what would I need to roll? The D20?
To get out, to do that, to get up there
Yeah.
and kind of sling that, yeah, D20.
I mean, my dex is -1. That's not terrible.
It's not
great
plus.
either. It's not
No,
plus.
so if I say I'm going to do it, well, they're not out yet. So if I get up there and I decide that I want to leave, I can just turn around and walk back.
they're coming out. They're in motion of coming out.
Well, they
Yeah.
should-
Sean, do you have a piece of paper there?
Yes, I do.
Could you just like sketch real quick like what the situation looks like? Because I just actually have a hard time. I know we're in a tunnel, and I envisioned like a little hut, like a little house. Did you even mention that? Or am I
Nope.
just like
We
making
need
stuff up?
visual aid.
Did y'all see that Roll20 website? You
Yeah.
can actually put maps and stuff on that.
Yeah, but it's more time consuming in there than even just building it in tabletop. At least last time I looked at it, the tool set's very clunky.
Gotcha. That was what my nerd coworker was talking about.
I'm gonna grab some water while y'all are sketching real fast. What's that?
If you got a lot of time to commit to it, yeah, you could build out all the stuff in Roll20, but it's a lot of time. I'm not gonna put that burden on Sean, my boy. But yeah, I mean, my understanding is they're just kind of waiting. Ooh,
All right.
Look at this.
This was
Visual
the
aid.
room you were in.
Uh-huh.
You go down here, kind of
Oh.
bends around a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
You are here, and it opens up, and so you got a little bit of an opening here. You got a trap set about right here.
Okay.
Oh, okay. So we are like in the tunnel right now.
And we're
What is
very-
that trap going to do, Micah? Or Dover?
It does 1d4 damage when they're trapped, and then they can't move out of it, right? And it does continuous 1 damage. I think they have to do a
Okay,
strength
so-
check to try to get out
I
of
got
it.
an idea. Maybe we should incapacitate Reek and put it right next to the trap so they're kind of stuck there, maybe? And then shoot arrows at them? I don't know.
So Reek hollers out again. There's 4 of them, and they've got spells, and they've
Yeah,
got
he needs to
swords,
die.
and
Okay.
they're up at the top of.
All
We're
right.
up at the top. We're like 50 feet away from the door. These guys are not real good. They killed
Okay.
Jeremy. They killed Colin. Colin's gone.
Colin's
They had to tell his wife Colin's gone. It's real bad, man.
All right.
They've got a trap at the bottom of the door.
Okay. All right.
Big ass hunter trap down there.
All right, kill Reek. He's talking too much.
He's dead.
Well, I mean,
Okay.
he's already
No.
spilled all the beans
No. I want to grab Reek and take him to the entrance, and I want to use him as meat shield cover.
Okay.
All
All right. So you start walking down the hallway there. You as you kind of come a little closer to the door, you see 2 goblins around the same size of Reek, that are kind of standing there with their swords drawn, and then you see this big motherfucker in the back. As you take another step forward, an arrow darts in.
It hits Reek in the face.
It was let's see. Okay, so this arrow comes in and just completely misses both you guys, you and Reek all together. You hear someone go, "Fuck!" The same thing happens, and someone you hear another one go, "God damn it!" And then finally, a third one hits Reek in the throat.
Okay. Does he die?
Oh yeah, he's dead.
I transfer
And
my head.
you hear at the last second him mutter, "My name was Aaron."
That's good.
Okay.
That's good.
Great. That's great.
So,
So
would
he
you mind
is
showing
literal dead weight in your hands.
Sweet.
Huh?
Me? Would you
And
mind
I
showing
need,
me?
say that again. What?
Am I allowed to transfer my hex now?
Yes, you can transfer your hex. But before we do that, I need everyone to roll a D24 initiative.
Sure. And
Oh,
just
there we go.
FYI, I fucked up. I think I was looking at the wrong item. The chain on the hunter's trap is not 20 feet. It is 3 feet.
Okay, I was about to say that seemed really long.
I was looking at
All right.
something else.
9.
6.
All right, hold on.
So Sean,
Yep.
the reason I did that was so that when he died, I'd be able to immediately transfer my hex and gain the.
That is a good call. All right. I'll give you a point of inspiration for that. That was really good. I didn't think of that. That's really well done.
But I don't get the temporary hit points for a kill because it wasn't I who killed it.
Right. Yeah. Right. Okay.
Damn,
All
I was
right.
kind of counting on that.
Okay. So, who rolled what?
9.
21.
Whoa.
Hold on. I'm going to close the store.
It's
Running
plus-
Tacos is
Plus
playing.
4. Y'all have plus 4 initiative?
Is this initiative? Crap, that means I got a 5. I'm -1 on initiative.
How are you minus 1?
That's just
It's
what the...
raining tacos. Okay. All right. So, all right. Give me those rolls again.
9 for GQ.
21 Hopi.
18 Doger.
5 for Dobby.
Uh-oh. My dog's barking. What's that?
Get some water.
Never mind, it was a cat.
You confuse a dog with a cat.
Well, no, I mean, I thought it was going to be a person, so he'd
Oh,
bark
oh.
forever. He saw a cat and just bolted. So.
Okay. All right. So, Hopi, you are leading the charge.
Yeah, this is
So
a
can I-
tough one. I kind of wanted to go last. Go ahead, Bark.
Sean, so I transfer my hex. Do you guys think I should transfer it to the big dude or a small guy and hope to bounce it?
I think the big dude.
All
right, big dude.
Big dude and Hex's strength. I mean, I'm worried about him coming out swinging. All right.
Okay.
Right.
So big dude hex his strength. God, and I forgot the other thing I thought I needed to do. So meat shield's gone, right? Like I
Yeah,
can't
he's dead.
hold up the dead body.
Well, why not? It doesn't have to be alive to absorb arrows.
Maybe for half cover, Sean.
Yeah, he's a shield.
Meat.
Or
I'll
just
give
your
like
call.
any. So here's what I would do in that situation.
Okay.
Attacks against you would get a disadvantage, which means that they would roll twice and then take the lowest. But any of your actions are going to be disadvantaged also because you've got you're holding a goblin in your arm.
Yeah.
I just opt to drop it.
No, you know what? Does he still have that wire around him?
He's got the wire on his
wrist,
arms.
yeah.
Why don't you just tie him around you? It's 8 feet long. Tie him on his armor.
I'm
big are
on
you?
as armor.
Okay.
Rico.
So I just
Hilarious.
want to lay this out here. You guys want to stop in the middle of this, untie a corpse while arrows are flying,
No.
tie him to your armor.
I'll just pick him up and
Like,
use him
how
like
long
a
do you
shield.
think that's gonna go?
I'll just pick
Okay.
him up and use him like a shield. Like his I imagine his arms and legs are bound. I'm just gonna slide my arm through, like that's the handle. I'm just gonna hold him as a meat shield, a literal meat
Yeah.
shield.
Okay, you're still gonna get a disadvantage.
That's fine. I'll take the
but
disadvantage.
okay, that's fine.
I'll
All right,
literally
so,
use the meat shield.
all
A
right.
corpse sash kind of thing.
Okay.
Corpse,
So what are you
corpse
doing?
boa.
Well, it's Ryan's turn, right?
Yeah, y'all can hear me, right?
Sorry, it is Hopi's turn.
Yeah, we can hear.
Yeah, I was trying to see, because my guy's stealth. I mean, if I come out of stealth, there goes my cover, and I don't want to be next to 6 guys. So
Okay, so are
that's
you
kind
just
of where I'm
gonna
at.
hold- You're just
I
gonna
think I'm
hold
just
out?
gonna hold. I do want to get closer though, since I am stealth. I want to get closer to the door because once they actually do all come in, I want to stay and start ganking people.
Okay.
Did you
All
can
right.
hold your action, right? And use it later, is that
Well,
right?
my action is stealth to get closer.
All right. So
But
it
you think you
is
can pocket them?
Goblin's turn. Yeah, and another arrow implants in Aaron, and you hear another goblin go. Fuck. All right. It is Doger's turn.
All right. Doger's still not quite ready. I'm gonna slink back kind of behind the last person in the group, crouch behind a rock, and again furiously polish my wand.
I was about to say, like,
That's
is
what
this
you-
another one?
That's what you want to do?
Yeah, that's what I want to do.
This is going somewhere.
Okay.
but I don't know why you have to be the feverish masturbating warlock.
Okay.
Dogo,
want
we
you guys
sure could use your help up here. I promise to buy you the finest orcish whore at the next brothel if you put yourself into the fray between me and all these goblins.
Hold on, let Doger finish. Almost done. Hold on.
Okay. So Doger has walked back to mutually masturbate with his meat shield and is just rubbing his wand.
Oh, jeez.
This
okay.
is not Reek's day.
He's already dead. He doesn't have to worry about it.
Okay.
Well, when Doger finishes, he's gonna say Eureka.
So while you're doing that, So while you're doing that, you see an arrow kind of come in and miss you as well, Doger, and then you hear a loud snap, and another goblin go, "Fuck!"
He broke the bow.
And
Thank goodness these guys
Yeah.
can't hit shit.
Hey, they're goblins. They're like the stormtroopers of the D&D world.
God, keeping up with all this stuff is intense. Okay. And then you hear a voice ring out and says, "Fuck you guys!" And this big ass motherfucker starts storming to you.
Is it Leroy?
And tries to attack. Tries to attack Doger.
Is there a new big guy, or is that Leroy?
That's Leroy.
Okay.
All right.
Well,
but
how did he
it's
get past the trap?
disadvantage? Well, hasn't yet. He's trying to attack. Right.
Okay.
Okay. So, the the way this works is Leroy comes barreling in and is going to just absolutely clobber Doger and also Aaron there, and trips over its own feet and falls face first into the trap.
Oh, shit.
Get wrecked.
All right,
Beautiful.
so
That's exactly what we
so the
wanted.
the trap goes off. God, you guys are so fucking lucky. Okay,
I know.
the trap goes off. And how much does the trap do?
1d4 piercing.
Oh my god. And does a significant amount of damage. This 6 damage to this dude's face.
So how does it do
And
more than?
And he's laying on the ground too, right?
Yeah, head stuck in the trap.
Yeah,
How does it do
headshot.
more than 4? Sorry.
It's a headshot.
Headshot.
It was a critical fail.
Yeah.
Oh,
His head
okay.
is in
Yeah.
the trap.
Nice.
I don't know why he was going for me since I'm, ducked
Behind.
Occupied.
polishing my
Occupied.
wand
Yeah.
and Brawny and Hoffenpfeffer.
Well, you're in the process of So here's the thing with initiation is these things are happening kind of simultaneously a little bit. So as you're backing up and start polishing your wand, this guy is trying to get you. So he potentially could have gotten to you before you made it all the way or something like that,
No,
right?
you're
But
not.
anyway, but you were the visible one, and you're holding his dead or their dead friend. So
Sure.
I look over at Leroy and say, "It's best to let him finish."
Okay. All right. So it is another goblin's turn.
And Sean, just so you know, because I don't know if you saw the stats on the trap. So his buddies can try to free him from the trap with strength saving throws, but every time they fail, it does 1 damage to the person in the trap.
Okay. All right.
So I don't know if you.
Yeah. So this guy runs over to that trap and furiously tries to open it up. Does it say what the DC check should be on that?
Hold on, let me. See.
What did it have to get to open it?
DC 13.
Okay. Yeah. So he rips that trap open.
Okay. Man, strong.
Dope.
All right. Another goblin rushes into the doorway there and goes for who's in front. Is it
Probably
is
me.
Bronny?
Bronny.
Oh.
Bronny's stealth, right? Oh no.
He fired
Bronny's
that first
slinked-
arrow.
Bronny's slinked up in the corner there. Hopi.
But it's not me because I had
stealth.
Reek right in
It
front
is.
of me.
It is you. It is you.
Okay.
Yeah. So he goes for an attack on you.
AC 13. Critical fail.
So no.
Oh.
No.
Crit.
How many hit points do you have?
Oja.
10.
Okay. So he straight up American Ninjas, double flips into the air, lands on the ground, does a somersault, and rests in a split and drives his scimitar into your stomach, doing oh man. Okay, you're very, very lucky there. Doing 6 points of damage.
Sweet baby Texicus.
Yeah. So like just above the testicles, like you almost lost the ability to procreate children there.
So that's
And then the goblin on the ground goes Shaza.
that's 6 points of damage. Okay, I'm at 4.
All right. It is GQ's turn.
Okay.
Hang on, before you do something, just remember Leroy is huge and still on the ground.
Yep.
But freed from the trap.
True,
But free from the
Exactly.
trap.
but he's still on the ground. That would mean that his defense is down stuff, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we gotta go for that crit kill.
Yep. Go for the head.
And he's hex too, right? Because you put the hex on him.
You
He
did
is
put the hex on him.
All right.
This is your time.
So here's the choice I have here, guys. I can cast a defensive spell that would give me 5 temp HP and reflect 5 damage if I get attacked because I'm at 4 hit points. Or I go for the Eldritch Blast and try to get the 5 hit points from the kill.
I'd say try to take out the big dude while he's
Take out the
down
big dude?
and hexed.
Dan's
Okay.
next action can attack the guy that just stabbed you.
Okay. All right, I'll go for it. I don't have a healing pot on my person. Just keep that in mind.
What did you
Eldritch
do with the other two? So who has the two that
No,
you found?
no,
alive?
I have him.
no, you
Remember-
you
Oh
attacked
yeah,
those.
that's right. He gave
Both?
him the dogger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Both.
Yeah, because remember he was gonna be in the back.
I have to break the stalemate. All right. So,
But ever the performer
I missed.
moves the limelight. Okay.
That's
Yeah,
right.
it's very good. I miscalculated also that I would get the hex hit points when Reek died.
Right.
I forgot
You
because it
did
wasn't
not.
my action. Okay, so I'm gonna roll for hit of Eldritch Blast
Okay.
here. So it's a total of 23.
Yeah.
Damn.
Okay.
Okay.
And go ahead and roll a 1d10 for me for damage.
Okay.
8.
So 4 plus the hex damage of 6. Total of 7.
All right. So a little bit of light comes from your hands, and another wispy, fiery light bolt kind of shoots out and nails him in the face. And he is looking like this is not going in any way like he he thought it was
A lot
going
of
to go.
face damage.
So he didn't die, so I didn't get the temporary HP,
Right.
which sucks. Do I have like another action to move further to the back?
Yeah, you can move back.
Okay, I'd like to move, I guess, 30 feet to the back.
Okay. All right. So you drop that hammer on him, and then you just kind of scurry back. All right.
Yep.
Don't look at me. Don't look at me.
All right. It is Baroni's turn.
All right, so there's only 2 people that I can attack right now.
Go for
I'd like-
Leroy.
Yeah, I'd like to finish the big dude off.
Yeah.
All right.
I mean, while Doger finishes
Leroy
himself
is
off,
still on the
right?
ground. All right. And how are you going to attack him?
I have 2 swords.
Okay. All right. So roll a d20 for me.
I got 2 swords, no decks. All right. Here we go.
Oh, natural 20. I can screenshot it.
All right. And then go ahead and it doesn't even matter. All right. So
Sean, wait. Sean, may I? Just real
Yes.
quick. So I'm watching some of this Critical Role on YouTube, right? And one thing that I love the GM does, and you can choose to do this or not, Sean, is when the team downs like a boss, or the biggest in the encounter, the person who lands a killing blow, he says to them, "How do you want to do this?"
okay.
And then the player who lands a killing blow gets to describe like what happens
All right.
when they land the killing blow. It's
Okay.
so fun because
All
it's
right.
not how you signal the boss is down. He says, "How do you want to do this?" And then I was like, "Yeah."
Okay. All right. So Dan Brony stands up. You see these faint, fiery words that come across the screen that say, "Finish her." Because Leroy's actually a her.
Oh.
Wow.
But
Leroy the
yeah.
chick.
They,
you gave
but the
bad
goblins-
options to Brawny.
Yeah, so there's like this whole backstory where they're constantly like Leroy, and she's like, "My name is Karen." So anyway, so finisher flashes on the screen. How do you want to do that? That sounds fun.
Yeah, so I jump up. You know how you ride pogo stick, right? So I jump up in the air, but my sword is between my legs. And then I land right on his head. So I basically, the sword goes in the head, and I finish with a teabag.
Yes. That's great. Yes.
Okay, so just so I got this right, you're pogoing on the sword on her head,
Yeah.
right? And then you're going to teabag, so you're going to make sure your nuts
Is that a
are
bonus action?
real close.
That's
You're
Oh,
real
you
close
know,
to
the
this
sword
sword, so you're just
has
going to
the-
slide down the sword with your nuts.
No, the sword has
but you
like
very-
the handles going out the the
Uh-huh.
side.
I understand. I
You
understand.
better
that.
have to roll
I
a
understand
dexterity check on this.
that. But to teabag, you're going to have to get your
Castrate.
nuts real close to the edge of the sword. But it was a natural 20, and so everyone else is really impressed. 1, with the move, and 2, that you didn't cut your balls off. So that's
Yeah.
quite
Job
well
Dan.
done. All right.
Brony.
So
Jabroni.
Jabroni.
so then you hear a voice inside kind of yell out something in Goblin, and you see this like little head kind of leaning around the front, like, and then sees Leroy with her head split in twain,
Being
And-
teabagged.
and the head just kind of slowly like, and just kind of like leans back out, and you hear scurrying.
Okay.
All right,
Running.
it is Hopi's turn.
Yeah. So we got one guy out on the battlefield. Is that right?
You've got one guy
That
dead.
stabbed.
You've got another dude.
Yeah, who stabbed.
Yeah.
Borg.
Yep.
I don't think I attacked that guy. Do you think y'all, or do you want him dead, or should I go inside the house?
It's not a house. It's just like a big
Or,
cavern.
I'm sorry, the cavern, the room. What do y'all think?
Probably should go in the room.
I
especially if you're
I would like to
experienced.
route this team if that's okay. I mean, I think that was their leader. I think we got him on the run.
Right.
I don't think there's any more traps. I forgot to mention, as Dan Pogo slid his tea bag in there, I transferred a hex target
To the guy in front of you.
to the guy. Yeah, the guy we see.
Oh, okay. All right.
Ryan, I said go for him, man.
Yeah, I'm gonna go in. I was hoping that I could have taken an action when the goblin took his head out, since I was sitting by the door, and then just skewered him with a dagger right up in his neck, and then just say,
I mean, I'll.
like, what the
Yeah,
fuck?
no, can't do that.
It's all good.
Too bad.
No. But you've got someone in front of you, and then you've got what you think are 1, 2, 3,
4.
four dudes in the room. Full 5 dudes in the room. Still. Make sure they're good.
Yeah, I'll just sneak attack the guy that's already out in the field. We can all go inside.
Okay. All right. So you're gonna do a sneak.
If you're still stealth, though, Ryan, could you? Sorry, Hopi, could you reach some of those that are still inside?
I don't know. That's I guess. Can I at least peer on the corner, kind of like one of these, like look back, see what I can see, and then decide if I want to go?
I mean, you have to do a stealth check.
Yeah, absolutely. I'll do
And
that.
it's probably going to be a disadvantage because they're all staring at the thing. So
Okay, don't worry about it.
I want to sneak attack then the other dude.
okay, roll a d20 for me.
Okay.
Give me an attack roll.
It's only a 9. Do I add something on that?
Yeah. What do you add to?
Probably dex,
your
right?
attack. Yeah, your dex, right? So yeah, add your dex to that.
So 13.
Okay. And yeah. Okay. So
Damage,
you were
roll for
attacking
damage?
with what?
I have a dagger. I have a dagger and rapier, but I don't use the dagger.
Okay, so go ahead and roll damage for the dagger.
All right, 1d4 plus 4. 2 plus 4 is 6.
Okay. Right. And okay. He does not look great. You jump out of nowhere and just straight up drive this dagger into his back, and he is just barely hanging on by a thread. There's blood kind of oozing out of his mouth, and blood just pouring down to you guys and the rest of the tunnel. It's you guys, and then this goblin, and then Hopi, and so it looks like blood is just pouring out of his ass between his legs because it's just pouring down.
Sean, just so I can learn mechanically what's going on, was that a sneak attack for double damage?
That was a sneak attack for double damage, right? Is it sneak attack double damage?
Mine just has sneak attack 1d6, but it doesn't say anything about double damage.
Was it an additional 1d6 then when you do a sneak attack?
Maybe that's what it is. So it's my regular attack plus my sneak. So it kind of makes it double, but it's just a second roll.
Yeah, it says sneak attack can be used once per turn. You deal an extra 1d6 damage to a creature you hit with an attack.
All right,
So
and then
1d6
so I'm wrong. You nail him in the back and just carve straight down the back, and he slumps over and dies.
Yes.
Awesome.
Open up.
Okay. So guy is gone. You also, because you come out a little bit more, you see another dude in there with a bow and arrow, and he is going to take a shot at you, Hopi. And just straight up drives an arrow into the back of your neck.
It's got a dart in the neck.
Yeah.
Hope no.
Ooh, and how many hit points do you have?
So I do want to point something out.
Sure.
I just backstabbed a guy, which would have put my back towards the arrow.
Right.
Yeah.
That's why. Yeah, he got you in the neck because your neck's sticking out.
The issue's not the angle here. The issue's the 20.
Yeah, I see where you're going here. Yeah, the issue is definitely.
Got it.
So
I have 10 hit points.
okay.
Bear
So
me.
the arrow comes in, nails you in the back of the neck. The rest of you guys see Dopey kind of go like
Dopey.
He is
How hard was he hit?
Opie low.
It's dopey now.
Give like a and slump over onto the ground.
Uh-oh.
He's unconscious.
Fuck.
Shit.
All right.
Hopi, you are on 0 hit points.
Oh,
No.
fuck.
Okay, so
And
the
so
way
it's-
this
yeah, go
this
ahead.
works is you are, if I got this right, you are unconscious. You're not in danger of dying
Yeah.
just in virtue of that yet.
Okay.
Once if you get hit again, then you start having to do saving rolls for death, and you start losing hit points. But as it stands, you're not.
Oh, I'm
Yeah.
sorry, Sean. So you go unconscious and you're stable at 0?
You're stable at 0.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's different
You're
than
stable
what
at 0.
I've heard on some of the podcasts.
Oh, really? That's what I'd always heard. Is at 0 you're stable, and at -1 you start.
Great. Oh, that's great news. That's more
Okay.
for. So we don't have to worry about stabilizing him to prevent him from dying.
No.
Okay.
You just want to make sure that that's. And I mean, if that's not actually the case, I like that you can get a 0 and kind of sit there. So
So
right.
-10 is death. Is that what you said?
-10 is death,
Okay.
at least as it stands right now. Yep.
Okay.
All right. So it is Doger's turn.
Yes, Doger.
All right.
Show me this payoff for this
Yes.
rubbing.
Masturbating furiously in the corner.
All right, so I see Hopi Lope go down. Oh, no! And I rush over to him and I take a vial out of my pouch
Oh, gross.
of creamy white liquid and I pour it into his mouth.
You pour a vial of creamy white liquid
Into his mouth.
into his mouth. Okay.
Is this a date rape? I mean, what's going on
Yeah,
here?
yeah. This is full like Cosby status or something. I don't know.
Okay.
Boar, close your mouth. You can let flies in.
I just can't believe it.
I mean, oh god, I don't know. All
What
right.
happens now? I mean, it's. I hope
Um,
there's some inside baseball you guys have talked about where we know what this
Yeah.
white liquid does.
Okay. All right. So you pour this liquid into his mouth, and Hopi feels a rush of energy coming through him, and you are fully healed.
Dude, Micah, you're amazing. You're amazing.
Fuck yeah.
Micah's like, we don't have heals? I got solve for that. Dude, this is great. Don't go down. Don't go down. Unless you want some of this in your mouth, don't go down.
I told you
All
I
right,
had
so-
something handled.
Hopi is prone, but is fully healed.
Sweet nectar.
It is a goblin's turn that seems to have maybe broken his bow before, and he is going to take a shot. Going to try to attack Doger. So runs up with his sword. You're kind of bent over, pouring
Sweet nectar.
jizz into
Wand juice.
wand juice into Hopi's mouth, and tries to attack you, but misses. Just kind
Yay.
of, in the heat of things, thought like, oh, I can maybe able to make this work, and just barely cuts like around where you are. It is another goblin's turn, and this was one on the left side. It is going to holy freaking hell, take a shot with its bow on Doger, and
Doger got 7 hit points.
Yep.
Can you bonus action a pot? or drink some of your own medicine?
all right. This arrow comes in and right in the middle of the chest,
No.
and you slump over, and you are on -1. So you've got to stabilize and start making some saving throws.
Get to my pouch.
Okay. All right, and I'll let you say that as you go down. You
Yeah.
say, "Get to my pouch."
Get to my pouch.
All right. It is.
Can cure light wounds heal through -1?
Yes. Yes, you can heal and just add hit points from the negatives up. Okay.
Got it.
It is another goblin's turn, and this goblin is going to start running away and try to shoot over its shoulder at just kind of the door in general. Yeah, and it just kind of goes flying. It doesn't even hit in the doorway; it just kind of hits above the doorway, hits the rock, and falls to the ground. It is Hassenpfeffer's turn.
Okay. And remind me how many goblins we got left now.
You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You have 6 goblins left.
6? This question for the team. Can I talk to unconscious characters? Sean?
Do what?
Can I talk to unconscious characters, even out of character?
Um,
Can I talk a plan with the people who are down? Can they participate in this?
I mean, yeah, as a bonus action, you can kind of holler out stuff. You're not going to be able to have like a bigger.
All right. I was talking about like just to speak to Ryan, not Hopi, about a plan, or because they're unconscious, we really can't even plan.
I mean, you can try to do that. I mean, you can talk a bit amongst yourselves. That's fine. I'll let you.
Okay. Do you guys want to get out of here? I mean, do you guys want to like get on our feet and get out, or do you want to pursue this?
With the
Let
way
me
it's
paint
done,
before you guys do this.
Okay.
Let me paint the.
Yeah.
So the boss is dead. You've got 2 guys firing arrows. You've got another goblin that's dead, and you've got 4 others that are running. Seem to be running for the hills.
Okay.
So there's really
So
only 3
we just
left.
let them run.
Or 2 left.
there's 2 left, 2 bow guys. That's it.
Yeah,
Okay.
let's kill 'em.
Hey, but
Okay.
we gotta
Kill them and then loot.
Okay.
But we need to get Micah
All right.
back up.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I was going to do. So, in reaction to seeing Doga shove that vial into into Hope's mouth, I say, "By the testicles of Texicus, I have seen everything now." And then I run over to Doga, my sweet Doga. Doga, speak to me. And I fish around for that same creamy vial, and I don't look at it, and I ponder: is this a one-time use, or is there more in this thing?
Is there more sludge?
Is there more in it, Doga?
All
How
right.
does this
So
work?
you're gonna do. Hold on. You can't ask him.
Oh, okay.
Because he is unconscious and bleeding out. You can do a
A medicine check.
yeah, do a medicine check.
That's just a D20.
Yeah.
Total of 4.
Okay. So you grab the canister. It looks fairly empty.
Okay. Do I have enough actions left to reach in his sack and pull out a healing pot, chugging it, put it in his mouth?
You can
Okay.
you can reach into his you can reach into there and pull something out.
Careful.
Is it because I checked? I lost it. I lost the action.
Yeah.
No.
I mean, you grabbed the thing in your hand, picked up the thing, so that and did a check on it. Okay. All right.
Wait, hold on. So, I asked if I could do that. I haven't done it yet.
Okay.
Instead of reaching in the pouch and having a useless action, could I cast a spell?
The defense spell.
Yeah. I am not sure that this is right, but I'm gonna let you do it. Yep, you can pass the
Okay.
defense or a spell.
I cast Armor of Agathis, so 5 temporary HP and 5 cold damage if I'm meleeed
Okay.
against them.
All right. And it's okay. Okay. So just keep track of that for me. That's on you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
All right.
Sorry, that was dumb.
It is Brony's turn.
Should I try to revive Micah? Is he losing hit points
Borg
actively?
Didn't Borg just do that?
On his next
No, I
turn, he
didn't.
will start. He will lose. I think he loses 1 hit point a round, and will have to make saving throws.
It's a real bad wound.
Yeah. So
Yeah, I-
What happens
basically,
if he fails the saving row?
if he fails, if he gets 3 critical, if he gets 3 crit
Fails.
misses in a row, he's dead. 3 20s in a row, and he's like kind of miraculously healed. But if he passes, he stabilizes. If not, he continues to lose 1 hit point around.
So I probably should try to do what Borg did.
Yeah, but actually go for the heal pot. this
Yeah,
time.
don't check out the creamy vial.
That's gross. All right,
right.
yeah. So I'm going to go into Doger's pouch and pull out the healing pot
Okay.
and give it to him.
So you open it up. You see that there's some other stuff in there as well. But you grab the healing pot and pour it in his mouth. What do we say that healing pot was? 1d4 plus 2?
2d4 plus
2d4
2.
plus 2.
2d4 plus 2.
Dogus, speak to me.
Carry the one.
Okay, so you're healed for 7 hit points.
All
Nice. So you're back to 6.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so he stands up and Doger, you still seem to be fairly uncomfortable,
right.
but you stand up. Okay. Okay, so that was Brony's turn, and now we've got this one. That is way. All right, so the next 2 goblins are just running towards the back of the room. They get to kind of the back wall. There is some beds back there. There's a few tables. There is a fairly large chair with some kind of torches next to it. And they kind of both run back and try to hide, one behind the chair and one behind, or kind of behind the bed, or one of the beds. All right, and it is Hopi's turn.
It is also
Yeah.
10:33, by the way.
Ooh, okay.
Oh,
All right, can we do one more quick round?
No, we'll make it a quick round.
Okay, make it a quick
yeah,
round.
I want to attack. Run to the guy behind the chair.
Okay, all right. Roll a d20 for
I
me.
mean, it seems like they're scared. They'll probably just leave.
You want to just leave?
No,
I
no,
mean-
they're. I think they're. If we let them go, they're just going to run out.
So you think we
Well,
should just
there does
stop?
not seem to be an obvious door for them to run out. They'd have to run through you. it
The
looks
other
like.
group got away, right?
Yeah.
It's just these last 2. Is that right, Sean?
No, no. The rest of them are also running. So you had 2 guys who ran and shot arrows over their head, and these 2 guys. But they're like, they're not hiding behind it as much as they're like behind with their bows pointed out and stuff. So,
Okay.
I
So,
got you. So
still
they're
hostile.
defensive.
Got it.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So I would like to attack.
okay, d20 for me.
Shablam. 11 plus. Do I get my dex plus or
Yep.
no?
Yep.
4.
Okay, all right, and so go ahead and do your damage.
Yeah, I'm using my rapier here.
Okay, so as you're running, you pull out your rapier.
Yeah, that's a 1d8 plus 4.
Okay.
6 plus 4, 10.
Yeah. All right. So you just straight up cut that dude's head off.
Nice.
Damn.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And one of the ogres, or one of the goblins that was running and shot over his shoulder, stops next to a bed and fires at Hopi, and hits you for 7 damage.
Ooh.
Ouch.
Oof.
How
Damn.
many hit
Good.
points did you have? Oh, you're
I had
fully
10.
healed. All right, so you've got 3 hit points.
Yeah.
I thought you were gonna
All right,
say
it
he
is-
runs next to the bed for a quick rest. He just dives under the
It
covers.
is-
I'm better.
It is Doger's turn.
Oh man. Okay. What should I do here? It's probably. There's
Guess
just
you're
one
in charge
goblin
of
left
it.
in this room.
So you've got one hiding behind the bed. You've got the one that just fired the arrow next to a bed. You've got another one that's running back, and one more that has kind of in the middle of the room that tried to attack.
So besides
you.
this one goblin in the room with us, do the rest seem to be in full on retreat mode?
I mean, no. Well, they're in retreat mode, but they've got like bows and stuff, and it's
Okay.
they're
Firing as they run. Kind
Yeah.
Of thing, right? Okay. All right. I get to take 2 actions, right?
Yep. Well, you get
Alright.
an action and a bonus action.
Okay. Is drinking a pot considered a bonus action? Or drinking something considered a bonus action?
So from what I understand, you could not drink a pot and attack. You can drink a pot and move.
Right.
But for the sake of time, I'm going to let you drink a pot and. Okay, I'm going to drink a pot and getting text from my wife.
Okay.
Drink a pot and attack. Okay.
All right. So I'm gonna pop open a vial of creamy white liquid, and I'm gonna chug that down.
Okay. You are fully healed.
Woo!
So there was more. I just failed the medicine check.
Yeah.
There was another canister.
Yeah,
Another
one in
You
canister.
there.
just checked the canister in his hand.
Oh,
There were more
okay.
canisters in the pouch, which is why I said, check the pouch. And you checked his
the
hand.
pouch.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. And you fire
Eldritch-
your
Eldritch
Eldritch Blast. Okay.
Yeah.
And go ahead and roll a d20 for me.
All right, sir. Oh, where's that? Okay. All right. So 16.
Okay. You have a little bit of light that comes from your hands. You mumble.
That's a hit.
And,
Now it's 1d10 for damage.
yeah, right. And again, a little bit of a reddish ball of light, real small, shoots out, goes, "Meow," and nails this dude. Is a 1d10, you said?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. And straight clocks that guy in the face, and he bursts into 1,000 pieces.
Yes.
His darts and go everywhere. Okay. All right. We've got a goblin who's firing a bow at Hopi. Did not hit him. And another one's going to fire at Hopi. It was so close to a critical success, but actually failed, so it goes passing over your head.
Yes.
And it is GQ's turn.
All right. There's one target remaining, I guess, that isn't far away from us. So, I'll cast, by the red tie of Texicus, you will be Hexicus, and cast Hex on this target.
Okay.
So to hit that, it is a 16. So if it lands, I'm happy. Did it land?
What was it? Sorry, say it
16.
again. 16, yep, it landed.
All right. So target's Hex, I'm going to cast Eldritch Blast against it for a total of, this is a damage plus Hex damage, total of 20.
Okay, yeah. That guy also dies, and and you can describe how it dies if you want to.
No, it's not a boss. It's fine.
Okay. All right. Oh, that's not. Yeah, it's for boss.
Yeah.
All right. So, it also just bursts into 1,000 pieces.
Yeah.
So you want to move the hex and get your hit points?
Oh, thank you for reminding me about hit points. Yes, I do. Move the Hex to whatever the highest health target appears to be.
Okay. All right.
Is that a fair way to say that? I mean, are you cool with it like that?
Yeah, I'm fine. Like the one that looks kind of the best, and then there were a couple that looked about the same, and so I just randomly picked one. Okay. All right. So you
Okay.
picked the one that's kind of nearest to you.
Okay.
All right. It is Brony's turn.
Well, I guess I'm gonna attack a goblin.
Okay. Go ahead and roll a d20.
You good?
19.
Okay. and I'm going to say that you attack the one that's nearest you. Roll your damage for me.
So Dan, was that a
That's it.
19 or was it 20 minus one?
No, it's a 19. Why would it?
Because your dex is minus.
No, it says Dex is minus one, so it's 18.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. And yeah, so go ahead and roll your damage for me.
7 on D10.
Okay. That guy also explodes. You did this with what? Your sword?
Two
All right,
swords.
so you just kind of completely cut him in half. And this is looking really good. So I'm going to go ahead and say, for the point of time, you guys got two dudes left. Hopi and Doger both are going to attack. Hopi is going to kill one. Doger is going to cast another Eldritch Blast. And this last one just kind of slumps to the ground. But we are good
time.
to go.
Yeah.
And we'll have to pick up there.
Great.
Awesome. So we still got Spider Tunnel.
You got Spider Tunnel, and you've got one of these
Loot the
guys
room.
is seems to be unconscious, but a lot. But
All right.
All right.
you know,
Yeah, we
not
need to frisk them, loot them.
Yeah, we'll
Good
I'll
next
pick
week.
up with loot next on Wednesday.
Look at that boss loot.
All right.
Mhm.
Okay. All right. That was great.